And how is everybody doing today? Hopefully, everybody is doing well and amazing. If you don't know, we are in the Hello LLC. Today is our Helpful How To Tuesday conversation of how to monetize your business utilizing AI, utilizing VR, utilizing Metaverse. And really, what we're going to do is share with you guys the basics of what this is, because what we come to find out is a lot of people do not know what the Metaverse is, a lot of people do not know what the VR is, and a lot of people know, heard of what AI is, but they truly don't get the concept of what AI can do for us as a whole, not just utilizing it for grammar check or anything of that sort, but really being able to implement this in a completely different way. And so that's what the Hello LLC is all about, is helping you all understand that Hello stands for helping entrepreneurs leverage leading edge optimizations, and more importantly, helping everyone live life optimally at the end of the day. And this is really where we come together, have a conversation that we all can be able to learn, to be able to listen, and to be able to leverage. And this is the one thing that we ask you to do, is we ask you to unlock the three most expensive things in today's society, and especially in life in general. And guess what? All three of these things don't cost you a single dime. And it is literally you opening up a closed hand, right? A closed mouth and a closed mindset, because these are the things that really hamper us from getting to the next level. And I posted this post earlier today. It was about asking people, are you self-sabotaging your life, right? Your business, your relationship, your friendships, overall in general, because this is something that we share with people. Your life, right? How you do one thing is how you do everything. And we really want to bring these questions, right? These actual, things that we don't ask ourselves on a daily basis, but really be able to focus on these things. And just by starting with the basics. And so I have my amazing other half in life and business and friendship and everything with me, Miss Tara, as well. So you're definitely going to hear from her. And, if you guys don't know, we are on live right now in the Hello Plaza in Metaverse, that we encourage you guys all to come and join us in the 3D immersive experience. We have been on this 20-year cycle of utilizing all of these old technologies. And now, my friends, it is time to get rid of them like no other, by we can be able to experience new things and new processes as we learn and leverage new things. And so with that being said, you guys make sure you come and join us for our Wisdom Wednesday room tomorrow, same time, 4:30 Eastern Standard Time. And then also be able to come and join us for our Hello Pivot with Dr. Paul Kellogg, where we're going to be talking about the power of intuition. And that's really what we want to talk about, and having people come and join us for these amazing conversations. And if you guys want to join us, then please be sure to come and join us in the Hello Plaza, right? Or let us know, and we will gladly have you on our Thursday show. That's simple, easy peasy. So, with that being said, before we get into this, love, do you want to add anything before I go into, what is, these simple basic terms that people should know about?
Absolutely. Well, welcome on in, everybody. Thank you so much for being here. It's a beautiful Tuesday wherever you are, because you're alive. And there's some people that did not wake up in that state today. So at the end of the day, we greatly appreciate you all for being here. And, I will say this. I love talking about this. David and I were talking about this over end of last week, because we always pick our titles for the future about a week out. And it was how to monetize Web3, essentially. All things considered of what Web3 is AI, it's, fintech, Metaverse, anything within the Web3 space. And so that's what the conversation today is, of what we are talking about, is how to monetize in that space. Because again, most of the community that taps in with us are small businesses and businesses of all sorts and kinds. And it's the question of, okay, great. Thank you. I know about it, but what do I do when I get in there? How do I do it? And so that's today's goal, is to share and show you guys how to do that. It is something that I think what we all need to keep in mind before David jumps into like the kind of the glossary section of this and the facts and figures side of this, is that it is evolution to always take a step forward, right? We understand that when we were born, we were already, getting to a point where we're scooting around, then we're crawling, then we're walking, then we're running, then we're driving. So it is evolution to move forward. The technology is no different. Technology moves and whatnot as well. So the biggest thing that I would share with people is to understand that this is natural progression. And it is not something to fear or to shy away from. It is something to get excited about. And what I want people to be excited about is the fact that this will be different. Yeah, Tara, we always hear everything's going to be different. If you pay attention to any of the political portion within the states, it's always going to be different, right? And people are tired of hearing that. Yeah. People are tired of hearing things are going to be different. Things are going to be new. We're going to do things, get some change in here or whatever it is. And what I want to share is that it wasn't possible before because of astrology. Period. We're going to leave it in that, because today's not Tara's day where we get off into the woo-woo side of things. But billionaires make moves around planetary movement. Millionaires move when charts move. So it is really important to understand that planets and astrology really play a big part in what happens and what is happening within all aspects of what we know as life. And so, again, this is why you tune into the Wednesday side, so you can get the in-depth portion of that. But to bring this back up to surface level is planets have simply moved and changed. And because of that, we are moving in a time and era. Web3 is going to be different. If you look at Web 2, it's very capitalistic. It's very out for myself. A lot of people have been shown to lie on, and not tell the truth of who they really are or what they represent. That's all changing. And so why it is important to understand, why do I want to be involved in Web3, Tara, is because it is different. It is going to be something that where we as the community, the everyday you and I's, will be able to have full ownership over our creations and be able to monetize it in an appropriate, healthy manner that doesn't leave people feeling like they're being taken advantage of. It doesn't leave people feeling ooey and gooey and yucky because of the way business is done today. So I appreciate you allowing me to bring that around to the full point, but it's very important to pay attention to what's going on. It's evolution. It's going to happen regardless if you like it or not. Be a part of it so that way you can have a say-so. Again, you can't have a seat at the table unless you even show up to the pavilion, show up to the restaurant. You can't have a seat at the table if you don't even get into the restaurant, so get your chair, pull it up, and figure out how you can be a part of this. And when you're a part of this, then that's when the magic happens. And so I'm going to pass this back over to Mr. Jones. I'm excited about this conversation today and how we can help you guys and show you guys. But first, we're going to talk about glossary.
Yeah. So, the first thing that I want people to understand is what AI is, what VR is, and what Metaverse is. And we're really going to be able to break this down, because the other day we were doing a live and a lady asked, what is Metaverse? And even more so, we've been sharing with people that 86% of people don't know what it is. And the crazy part about this is that over a year ago, I had the opportunity to ask Grant Cardone, hey, Grant, what do you know about the Metaverse? Have you thought about putting, your 10X into Metaverse? And if you need help with the Metaverse, Hello LLC can help you out. And I did a whole TikTok that got about 4,000 hits on it. And, he shared, and it was just an example because, Grant Cardone actually has one of our biz in a box. He utilized it when we first start implementing it. We call it the Hello Briefcase. And, he said, David, I don't want to go to jail. I don't know how I can put my properties into this. And if you can figure out how the SEC and all of these, companies will allow me to put my properties into, into Metaverse, and I'd be all for it. And right there, I knew he did not know what the Metaverse is. And Tara just shared with me this morning that, he's looking to actually sell one of his houses in Bitcoin, because now he's understanding the gravity of what Web3, of what this cryptocurrency, and what the new way of our financial system is moving. And this is where we continuously share this information with you guys so you can be ahead of the curve. That's what we're here to do. And so, yes, we're going to be real. Yes, we're going to be authentic. And yes, we're going to probably say some things that is going to hit home to you because it's the truth. And this is where we encourage you guys all to open up that closed hand, open up that closed mouth, and open up that closed brain, because times are changing, and what we learned back in the day, what we thought was real back in the day, is not working now, right? What happened then is not going to get us there where we want to go now. And so when we talk about AI, artificial intelligence, is what AI means. And in other words, I want you to understand that AI could also be for HI, human intelligence. But now we've allowed ourselves to utilize this machine that mimics human cognitive functions, like learning problems. So, prime example, a great analogy, nobody got mad when we got these calculators to help us with 2 + 2, or to help us with our algebra. Nobody called the calculator bad. Nobody said, oh my God, it's going to do this. We need to ban it. It's the mark of the beast. We need to do all this stuff. I don't think a lot of people said that. It was just another way for us to adapt. It was another way for us to automate. It's another way for us to be able to really leverage these new technologies as we move forward. And anytime we've added anything new, it's never been a lack of, or this isn't working, or that's not going to work. It's always been an abundance. Just like with AI, it's going to be a surplus of 150 million jobs. 850 are going to go bye-bye, but 150 more, right, are going to be added because of AI. And this is where we share with you guys, it's not AI is going to take your job. It's people that are implementing AI is going to put you out of business. Prime example with Blockbuster. Netflix went to Blockbuster and said, hey, hooty hoo, you might need to think of a new way to be able to implement and to service your customers. And they said, nah, we good. Blockbuster not here. And we'll even be going over case studies of other companies that you'll hear about that are utilizing these technologies, and how you all need to understand that this is no different when we talk about AI. It's no different that back in the day when you used to sit at grandma's house or your uncle's house or your grandpa's house, and you would ask them questions and they would give you all this intelligence. Now you don't have to rely on grandma, granny, grandpa, and uncle to tell you the information that they might know. That now you can have this AI intelligence teach you and share with you what it is, but also learn and adapt to what's new. So it's kind of like having that calculator that you used to put 2 + 2, but this calculator is going to learn with you and being able to adjust, right, things as we move along. And that's the benefit of utilizing AI that we want you all to get the grasp of, and why you need to be implementing it. Just like 75% of companies are implementing AI into their businesses right now. And this is where we share what new technology have you implemented into your business. And we're headed into now Q2 of 2026. Q4 of 2023. Oh, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. I'm going to upgrade this. Have you done that? Have you implemented those things? And that's a real honest question, right? Are you talking or are you walking? And there's a difference between a business and a hustle, okay? Most people have a hustle and they're not really concerned about their business and being preventative with their business. As we found out, came the holidays. A lot of people didn't have a holiday sale in order or in place, a campaign going for their business. And this is where we are able to help you all out, be able to implement these AIs, these systems, these strategies. And right now, it is as simple as copy, paste, drag, drop. Please do not be that individual that sits there and says, oh, I'm not good at technology. Oh, technology isn't my thing. Oh, this, that, and the other. Please stop allowing that to stop you from moving forward and implementing these things that can help you get to you where you want to be. And a lot of the times we allow the self-sabotage way of being stop us from getting these things because our mind plays tricks on us. If you haven't heard of that Fifth Ward Boys song, My Mind Playing Tricks on Me, I encourage you to go listen to it because that is a great song that you guys need to go listen to. And so moving on to the next topic, right? When we talk about VR, VR is virtual reality, okay? That is what that stands for. And it creates an immersive experience that transport you to a completely simulated world. Where, prime example, if you guys are watching us on live right now, you are seeing an example of a VR experience world where we are transitioning from this 2D flat screen avatar in these social audio rooms where we're going and moving from, posting this video, posting that picture. Those days are gone. If you are paying attention, you are starting to see more live feeds of people watching people do things. This is no different than right now. You guys are literally watching us through Tara's avatar, where we can speak, we can share, we can do everything and anything and more and create this 3D immersive experience in the virtual reality world, which then leads me to the metaverse, okay? A lot of people don't know what the metaverse is in all. I want you to understand that the metaverse is a vast network of interconnected 3D virtual worlds. So in other words, take out the word metaverse and exchange that for the internet. Take out the word VR and exchange that for your website, right? The metaverse is the internet. The metaverse is the new way that we are going to go and learn and do and interact with each other, from shopping, from virtual experience, from socializing, all of this in a VR experience, where right now we continue to remind you guys all, and I hope I can get one of you to go and press 4 buttons, download an app, create your avatar that's simple, easy peasy. You don't even much need to do that, and come and jump in to our Hello Plaza from your cell phone, from your laptop, from your iPad, from your actual VR headsets if you have that. And this is, I stress this a lot, and I know people that listen to me. Yes, you can utilize your phone right now to get into our VR, our virtual reality metaverse, right? By utilizing your phone right now. And so that's the biggest thing that I wanted to be able to share with you guys all. And if you have any questions, you have anything that you want to add on to that, please feel free to come up here, ask a question, because as I shared, the most expensive thing is a closed hand, a closed mouth, and a closed mindset. I please do not be out there sharing with people, oh, the metaverse is this, oh, the metaverse is that, and you haven't been in it. You don't know what it's about, but yet we're out there talking about it. And this is the one thing that we encourage people to start experiencing things and start pressing buttons, because that's what it's all about, is us pressing buttons and getting out there. So, Love, do you have anything you want to add to that?
No, I think it's really important for us to share what the glossary and what those terms are, because a lot of people, have shared with us, guys, we don't know what that is.
Yeah.
And so that's why, we share that, because it helps with the association factor. So absolutely. And, again, this is evolution. This is, we went from an 8-track, we went to vinyls, went to 8-tracks, we went to CDs. We went to burning your own CDs, Mr. Jones.
Yeah.
Mr. Jones was the DJ. If you guys don't know, David Jones, DJ, like he was your DJ back in the day if you needed a mixtape. a burn CD, right?
We go to the party.
I guess it should.
We go to the house parties. Everybody like, DJ, where's the CD at? We know you got the latest songs from LimeWire. Everybody remember the big scares? Don't be downloaded from LimeWire. I was that guy. I have all the new CDs, and so yes, you were right. Go ahead.
You just geeked out, didn't you? You're just like, oh yeah.
You're being mad and frustrated. Wouldn't download. You have 30 of the same songs because they have the virus and all that stuff. Oh, yeah.
So, and now you can literally go out to your iPhone or your Samsung, whatever you choose to carry, and you can pay for a subscription where you pay $10 a month to have any song that comes out. You know, the latest CD drops and you want to get that, add it to your library. Bada bing, bada boom. And so it's evolution is my point. And so we are here in a time that you guys are before your time. You are at the bell curve. Let me remind you of the bell curve. We are not to mass adoption. We have not made it to the top of that bell. So you are on the cusp of when you start to turn into mass adoption. We are starting, with when Apple came out with their VR headsets. This is brand recognition, and when they come out to market, they're going to come out with more. I mean, there's the other glasses that you literally put on that are not even goggles. The Ray-Bans. And so
Apple's coming out with their second version already. They've already announced that they're making their new one.
So you're going to watch evolution speed up in this department, and that's why it's so important to click in, understand, and if you don't understand, tune into these rooms because this is why we do it. So that's what I got to add, Mr. Jones. Back to you.
So, and the crazy thing about it is you mentioned that. I say this all the time to you, and I know you get tired of hearing me saying it because I'm literally just shaking my head like, how are people not getting the simple fact that we have went from, the just cell phone version itself. We went from the flip phone, the BlackBerry. We're on the 15th version of the iPhone. They're coming out with different phones, and the evolution of just what the phone provides in itself. That now you have your music, now you have your calculator, now you have your email, now you have everything you can possibly want into your actual phone. And people say, oh, well, David, I don't know if people are going to put on these goggles or put on these headsets and, look at this and look at this. What do you mean? You're already looking at your phone over 1,000 times a day. Hello, they're doing you a favor by now just putting it on your eyes and being able to utilize your voice and think at the speed of thought. And so this is the evolution phase that we have to be able to experience and be able to really, as I share with people, stop allowing your feelings get in the way. So often entrepreneurs, 72% to be exact, and that's a fact, allow their feelings to get in their way instead of looking at the actual facts. And when I share these facts with people, people say, oh, I might not be ready. Oh, I'm not sure about that. Oh, I'm not this. Well, look, here we go. You ready? The market growth of Metaverse alone is going to have 828 billion by 2028. Okay. If you don't know how long it takes for you to come to a billion, then I want you to go sit your butt down for 32 years and times that times 828. That's a long time. Okay. Go ahead and take your shovel while you at it too. Deeper consumer engagement. And this right here is the biggest one. A lot of the times as entrepreneurs, we worry about what we think, what we know. And I'm here to tell you, you don't know everything, which is why you should even be using AI at its facts, at base. Yeah. 75% of your consumers expect a more immersive brand experience. Let that sit. 75% of your consumers want a better experience. And your outdated website, if you don't have a website, if you're taking people straight to your Amazon, if you're taking people straight to your Calendly, I'm here to tell you, you're not creating any experience for your clients or your customers to know what you do without you. Okay? The next thing, go ahead.
To add on to that, to create experience, I was having a conversation with one of our Pivot members last week. Mm-hmm. And in this, the Pivot member is breaking into some new areas within her realm. And so one of the things was, she says, well, I haven't seen other people do it like this. And so I'm not so sure. And I said, hold on. Whoa, ma'am. You already have a store in Metaverse. You already have a gallery in Metaverse. Do you not think that you are a forerunner in this industry and what you are doing? She's an artist. And I said, don't you, like, just because you don't see other artists doing it doesn't make that you can't do it. Like, why don't you be a front runner? Why don't you be someone who's going to pave the, the groundwork for others to mimic what you're doing? And she stopped and she looked at me. She said, this is why I'm a part of your membership, because I was over here going, well, I can't do that. I can't do that. I haven't seen anybody else do that. And she says, there's so much encouragement and empowerment from what you guys share that says, why can't I do that? Back to you, Mr. Jones.
Well, you bring up a great point. Everybody wants to be different, but nobody wants to do different, which is crazy.
Everybody wants to go to heaven, but nobody wants to die.
Say it again for him, baby.
Everybody wants to go to heaven, but nobody's ready to die.
And it's spot on. And so, this is where we encourage people. You got to be different, and you got to get your head out of the sand and really understand that 40% of major brands are planning on metaverse innovations to stand out. Okay. New streams of revenue of virtual goods utilizing the metaverse is going to exceed $110 billion in 2021. So prime example, Chef Andy down there has our Biz in a Box, is one of our Pivot members, also has his storefront in our Hello Plaza. He's able to add on additional revenue streams into his business without him actually doing all the work. And this is where we share with people. People are going to want to come into the Hello Plaza and buy a Chef Andy, virtual shirt that they can wear around wherever they go. Chef Andy can have virtual pasta sauces that people can go into their own places and be able to cook pasta sauces, right? Or use pasta sauces. And this is marketing at its finest. The global reach, right, for platforms. And it blows my mind. People talk about, I don't know about this metaverse. I don't know about this metaverse. And you got kids right now that are on Roblox or on Fortnite. That's metaverse, lotto studs. And just like you were on Facebook or you were on Instagram, or even, let's back it up because we got a little bit more experienced people in here. When 2002 came around, 2003 came around, when MySpace was around, I'll speak for myself. If you weren't in my face, forget my space. Nah, I ain't got nothing to do with that. Facebook came around. Nah, I'm good. I don't want no Facebook account. Instagram came around. Nah, I'm good. Those kids are dancing on Instagram. They doing all that rigid gadget stuff. Nah, I don't want to do that. TikTok is around. Oh, those kids are dancing, this, that, and the other. There's 1 billion people on TikTok daily. Why would you not have your business on there? Just like LinkedIn has over 1 billion people. So if you're on LinkedIn, why would you not have a TikTok? Businesses are everywhere, and you should probably know your target audience as well. Your target audience might not be on LinkedIn. They might be on TikTok because 60% of TikTok users are females, right? And a lot of them are in between the ages of 30 to 45. So why would you not be over in TikTok? It blows my mind that people don't utilize these things and don't look at the facts because we're accustomed to the old way of doing business. Yeah. And just like people went from Facebook for business, then they went to Instagram to business. Now they went to actual TikTok for business. Where are you at in that process of pivoting your business and transitioning your business to the future as we move forward, right? Especially when we talk about strategic partnerships. Everybody talks about collaborating. Everybody talks about getting together and, I want to help you. I want to do this. And I'm going to be real with you. Collaboration is far from in between. Collaboration is you help me until I need you enough, and then I'm out the gate and I'm out the door. Those old ways of collaborating, I'm telling you guys, don't work. Collaboration is key for all of our success. Why would you not want to showcase somebody else of what they do and how they do it that can help you? Because then people look at you being like, man, this person collaborates. Damien down there will be a great example. Miss Jennifer down there will be a great example. Chef Andy shares, reposts every single last one of our posts, right, on LinkedIn. I just want to let you know that, which is absolutely amazing of how we together get to build a community and we get to collaborate with each other, because collaboration, check this out, 70% higher engagement for influencers in Metaverse to collaborate versus traditional media. And so this is where we share with people, the Metaverse is literally allowing us to expand our brand globally with utilizing AI, changing all of your social media at the click, drop, paste, to Spanish, to German, to Chinese, to any language you want to, and create an experience for that particular environment. And so this, my friends, is where we remind you guys all to really understand, how this is all working for you, right? And not against you. And so, before I continue to move forward into these case studies, I see we got Miss Giggles up here, Tracy, Chef Andy's up here. Anybody on our LinkedIn side, please feel free to share as well. We are live as well. Just remember that on all of our platforms. So let's stick to the topic, what we got going. But Miss Giggles, Chef Andy, you guys have anything you want to add to this topic? Let's go. Can you guys hear me? I hope they can hear me.
Listening mode.
Can you guys hear me, Chef Andy? Giggles, can you guys hear me?
Yeah, I've been bouncing around, dancing around in the metaverse there. I'm just trying to figure out. I got the app. I downloaded the app, and I went into the whole experience, dancing around in there. And I was looking for the actual mall. How does one get into that actual mall?
So great question, brother. If you literally go to your actual biz in the box that I have at the top.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't do that. What I did is I clicked on your Hello Plaza.
Yep.
And then I saw all the different offerings there.
Yep.
And then there's join us, come into the virtual mall. And I clicked on that. And then I downloaded some kind of a gaming app. I didn't know if I needed it, but I downloaded it anyway.
Yep. Spatial.
Spatial.
You downloaded Spatial.
Yeah, right. And then it took me to the actual place, all that stuff. But can you get to the mall from that?
Yeah, absolutely.
That place,
you can. If you go to the center before you walk into the house,
okay,
you'll see the little bulbs that are right there around the Hello Plaza, and you'll see it says Hello Plaza #2, and that is where yours is in that bulb. It's literally when you before you walk into the door of our house, right, of the mansion. Look to the right.
Circle.
Look to the left. Look to the left, and there's a big circle that says Hello Plaza.
All right, so that's how you go. Because now what I did is I clicked on my link. It said click on link. So I'm on my landing page.
Yeah, you're on your biz in the box.
So wonderful.
Yep.
So I'm scrolling down, and I'm going to look for
visit your VR storefront.
Right.
Yep.
Right. I'm going to look for.
Keep going all the way down to the
bottom.
bottom.
I'm hungry just looking at my meatballs there. Let's see. All the way down at the bottom. Okay.
Yep.
There are the sauces. Let's see.
Keep going. It's below reviews, and then it's below your grocery and brokers.
Holiday gift basket. Huh? Did I go too far?
No.
Yeah, I think I went too far. I'm down at the last video.
Okay, scroll back up, and you know where you have your groceries suppliers and brokers. That link is right below it. It says the Singing Chef Virtual Store. Shop now.
Okay, how to go back to start from the beginning. I saw the video with my sauces. Then it says get your cookbook. Then it says singing is better with the Singing Chef. Then I'm scrolling up. Then I see my meatballs again.
Yep, keep going. Your sausage fennel. Your vodka
cream. Then I see the AI video of me.
You should get to your reviews.
Okay, go to the reviews. Okay, reviews. I'm on
Yep.
reviews.
And then the next one is your grocery and brokers. Look,
Okay.
and then right below
Oh,
that,
there it is,
you'll
virtual
see
store.
the
Okay,
singing
click
chef.
on that.
Yep, and boom, because you already have it downloaded, it's going to drop you in there, and Tara and I are in here now. And so we'll see you pop up, and everybody that's watching this live will see you also. And so we encourage you guys to really, come and check out the Hello Plaza virtual storefront, because this is, and Chef Andy is in here jumping now, as you guys can see him jumping now up and down. And so literally this allows you guys to see, Chef Andy, if Chef Andy can get in here, anybody can get in here along with myself. It's copy, paste, drag, drop, right?
I got to run around a little bit. I need to do my exercise.
Exercises in a Chef Andy.
That's awesome. So Chef Andy, with you using, our Biz in a Box, with you using our Pivot membership, and, now being into our VR storefront, I know you sent us several clients already that have already went with us as well. Could you explain to the people from, how far your business has went from your traditional way you were doing business to now making this pivot now? How much easier has it been for you?
The simplest thing now, since I got to get the marketing dollars together to funnel people in to my new landing page, the simplest thing now, of course, is when I was at the doctor's office today, some of the nurses in there were talking about food. They're all from the Caribbean, so their eyes are bulging. Oh, wow, wow. We love food, food. So every one of them downloaded, went to the QR coded up, put it on their phones, and said, "Oh, we're going to take a look at this, take it home, look at the recipes, so on and so forth." So that has been a real blessing, just to have that right there, everything right in front, and hopefully again, the door has to keep opening. You have to keep selling, in terms of they'll see you again, say, "Oh yeah, we looked at that, this and that," and potentially or eventually they'll order, the sauces and whatever else is available at that time. So that has been the biggest blessing right there, that everything is right there, right on the phone, right in front of them, everything. So I don't have to go through the whole spiel. Everything is there for them right there. That's the beauty of it.
Yeah. I love it. And guys, if you guys have not went to the Singing Chef sauces.com, I encourage you guys to go tap that link up at the top. That is our Biz in a Box, that we were able to upgrade Chef Andy from his traditional website, and now he has everything under one platform. And I did a TikTok earlier today where I shared an experience where, prime example, if we go to a networking event and me and Chef Andy are standing up there, and I went to go pull out my business card, hand my business card over, that person is barely going to look at it. They're going to put it in their wallet. They're going to put it in their purse. They're going to put it in their cup holder, and they're never going to put that information in their phone. Whereas Chef Andy is going to say, "Hey," as he did, "here goes my QR code right on my phone, takes you straight to my Biz in a Box." You're going to be able to learn everything about what he does, and then also say, "Hey, my business is also in the metaverse. I have a VR storefront." "You have a what?" "Yeah, I have a VR storefront." "No way." "Yeah, you can click that button right there and you can go to my VR storefront right now." Boom. That's a different conversation, my friends. That's a different experience that you've now created for that client. And better yet, you now have their social media attached to yours, because how often do you meet with people from a business experience and you don't get to follow them, they don't get to follow you, or they forget to follow you? And this is something that we share with people. Your social media is now your new email campaign. It is now for you to be able to put your business out there. And that's even more so why we share with people, you don't have a business if you're not showcasing your business. If you haven't posted about your business already today, at least once, I'm here to tell you, you got to hustle. There's no business in place. And a lot of the times what we find is that people are scared of their business or scared to showcase their business because, "Oh, my friends, my family," stop. They don't know about your business. They're not gonna support you. They're not gonna do anything. You need to be worried about the people that don't know about your business, which is why we encourage you guys to open up a separate business account on your LinkedIn, on your TikTok, on your Facebook, so you can have your business showcase and you don't have to worry about intermingling your picnic, your Sunday fun day with your business account. You literally get to have a business account, and especially implementing the AI tools that we've talked about. This allows you guys to post on all of your social media platforms, from your Facebook, from your Instagram, from your Facebook story, from your Google SEO, from your TikTok, your Twitter Spaces, and your YouTube that we share with our actual Pivot memberships. And if you guys want to go to our Business Box, we did a whole entire masterclass on it where you can get access to that actual AI tool and start implementing it, because I did this the other day. I did it today, actually. I had to go from TikTok, because I created it over in TikTok. I then had to go to LinkedIn. I then had to go to Facebook. I then had to go to another platform that we're on. And I'm like, oh my God, this is exactly why people don't post on all their social media, because it's
Brought you back to the old days.
I had PTSD. Like, no, I don't want to do this. Where literally I get to sit down and utilize our AI app that, you know, for the rest of the week, we got 4 to 5 posts a day. And I share with people, we just don't be up here talking. A lot of people be on these stages talking and not doing the actual work. They be telling you about social media, and the last time they posted was February 2nd, right? They be telling you about all these things, and they're not doing it themselves. And so this is where we tell people, go check us out. We have more posts than some people have followers or following, about 4,000 on one of our accounts, right? And so this is where we encourage you guys to get out of your own way and start implementing these tools before you become the next Blockbuster.
Well, you know, speaking of Blockbuster, I was watching something about that. The gentleman that created MySpace, you know, and you were talking about MySpace earlier, and he was, you know, sharing about the evolution of what happens. He says, like, you know, he was a co-founder. He says, you know, when I created this, it wasn't that this was going to be the end all be all forever.
Yeah.
There's evolution. I knew there would be other social media, you know, applications, you know, sites that comes out and, you know, would be able to share with us, you know, the fact of, you know, that would be better than what MySpace was. And so we just talk about the evolution and understanding that at the end of the day, you can absolutely stay and do what you're doing now. But how is that going to help your business? How is that going to serve your business? Are you actually able to monetize? And when we speak about monetization, y'all, monetization is the simple fact. Let me say this a different way. When we speak about monetization, a lot of times we all go immediately into making money.
Yeah.
How am I going to make money? I need money. You know, and in reality, it is being seen.
It's brand recognition.
Brand recognition. More often, the more time, the more people see you and understand you, the familiarity, I always butcher that word, shows up. And one of the key buying factors is trust and being familiar. Part of trust is being familiar. I know where to go. I know what to get. I know who to go to. It was like, for instance, David and I have an appointment this week with somebody that we did business with in the past. And because, you know, this young lady, she's doing something else within her business. She's, you know, has an umbrella where she's been able to venture off and start a new branch in her business. And she booked an appointment with us because she said, I don't trust other people. I trust you guys. Why? Because I've seen you for the past 8 years be heavily present on social media, constantly sharing value. And I might not needed your value then, you know, when I was doing, you know, business A, but I need your value now and your expertise now. And I don't know who else to go talk to. And that's literally what comes down the pipeline, is the simple fact that when that happens, when you are familiar as a brand, because if your brand recognition, bada bing, bada boom. You have people showing up on your doorstep saying, you know, so-and-so, or I saw you, or I've been following you. There's people that I follow on TikTok that I know one day when I need that service, because there's going to be a day that I need their services, you know, you bet your bottom dollar who am I going to, because of the brand recognition and who they are and how they show up in their business. And so when we're going to talk about this whole point of monetization, it is very, very important for people to remember that it is, yes, some of it can be instant, but we're playing chess, not checkers. We're here for the big game. We're here for the whole picture. We're not here for just the you know, one outline or the, yeah. So the hustle game. And as we share with a lot of people, you know, a lot of people, when we started our business, thought we were a hustle.
We were.
We were a
No,
hustle.
we were. No,
we
we
didn't
were.
have any of our stuff together. We were relying on third party, you know, platforms and systems. And there's nothing
No, we
wrong
didn't
with
have
that.
any systems.
Well, what I'm saying is there's nothing wrong with that. But the systems, create your own system utilizing the power of AI and Web3, right? You don't, like, for instance, I was having a conversation with my brother, and my brother was like, well, you're smart, sis. Why don't you just create that yourself? And I went, oh, no, boo-boo. What you all don't understand at the end of the day, and I told him, is that I'm not going to go make something when I've already had that in my whole realm of understanding. I don't need that, right? That is not what I need to be doing with my time. There's other companies out there that have created that product or that cycle or that process already. Why would I go duplicate it when I can go take my expertise and say, this and this? It's like putting a cake together or a pie or any recipe. You need a few things, elements of everything in your recipe to make it a dynamic recipe. And if you forget your rosemary or some other key ingredient, maybe your yeast, can't figure out why you got flat bread when you wanted your bread to rise. So it's important to understand that you don't have to go recreate the wheel, is my point. And so as we jump into this portion of the conversation, it's important to remember that monetization is the big picture here.
Yeah, love. No, you're spot on. And, you know, one of the things that we caught on to as we opened up our business, right, was to be able to understand that you have to brand your business. People have to recognize your brand before you can start monetizing and selling. And so often people get that completely backwards, where they jump into the game where they're just trying to sell and they haven't done any branding. They're not consistent. And what blows my mind is that even on some of these social audio apps, you guys be listening to people that aren't even consistent with their own branding, but be talking about social media. They're on for 2 months. They're off for 2 months. They're on for 2 months. They're off for 2 months. Why are we listening to these people?
Or there's people that are telling you to do something and they're not doing it. They're not utilizing it. And that's the biggest pet peeve I'll tell you as a business owner, is to walk in and listen to somebody else and go, okay, well then show me where your stats are. Let me see how it worked for you. Oh, I haven't done it yet.
$1 million social media strategy.
That part,
Where
that you have never made $1 million on social media. That is, guys, stop. We have gotten into a world that we have to inflate the truth about everything because we have to feel good about ourselves in order to compete. And that's what I was talking about at the beginning of this conversation. Things have changed. We are moving out, which is why you're seeing stuff hit the fan across all boards, because people are done with being told a lie. You fluffing up the truth. They want the hard, real truth and what it is for them, and they will respect you much better than that and follow you a lot further than if you sit out here and bullshit people, because it doesn't work, guys. We are here. If you BS people about what you do, I'm just going to tell you right now, stop. Just get clean. Like, just be honest, because we are changing, and that's a part of the monetization that is changing. People don't want to spend your money. Look, Kellogg right now, if anybody's in the States right now, how many of you went into the store and you see Kellogg cereal for like $1 or $2? And you're like, that much just $8 or $9 or $10 just a
Four
month
bowls of
ago.
cereal.
Here's why. Because people are boycotting them right now. I'm actually following the boycott listening and to the side of where people are talking about, you know, the effects of it. And they're selling it for on sale in Mexico here, guys. We walked in the other day and there was Kellogg's and it was all $1. And I was like, isn't that funny? You know, because they're trying to increase their profits out of the United States right now because they're getting dinged so much in the States. Now, why are they being boycotted? Because their CEO chose to do an interview a few months ago and made a very insensitive comment that said, well, people can't afford dinner right now, so just eat cereal. What's wrong with that? And people were like, what's wrong with that is you're charging people $10, $8 to $10 a box of cereal when your inflation cost did not go up and you're just gouging us for consumer and capitalism. And people said no. And so everybody goes, well, boycotts aren't going to work. We've done it in the past. Well, again, let me remind you,
We didn't have technology.
we are in a different era. Planets have moved, and that means stuff changes. And so now people are going, oh, no, we don't want anything about Kellogg. We don't want anything that they do because of the way of their insensitivity about us as the you and I's that are barely making ends meet because of where we're at. So my point being, guys, is the tide has shifted and you are seeing a big undertow right now that is clearing out all of those corporate influencers, those corporations, the politicians, anybody who's not in it to make sure that we're doing good, it ain't going to be here for a long time. Back to you, Mr. Jones, as I get sidetracked.
Yeah.
We get back to monetization.
Well, hey, look, you guys that are on joining us on LinkedIn, if you guys don't know, let me share something with y'all. When we talking about it and we walk the walk, we're on LinkedIn Live, LinkedIn Audio. We're on Facebook. If you guys have not followed our Facebook group, come and join the Hello Experience Facebook group. We're on Tara's Live LinkedIn. We're on Instagram Live right now. So hi, all our Instagram people. We are on Twitch right now live as well. We are on X as well. And we are live on our YouTube channel also. And more importantly, we are in our Hello Plaza in the metaverse, in our VR immersive experience world that you guys can come and join us from your cell phone, your laptop, your VR headset. And this, my friends, is really where the future is going to start, you know, moving and pivoting over to where you guys can experience something completely new and completely different. And so, you know, I want to welcome you guys to our helpful how-tos. If anybody wants to come on stage, right, please feel free to come on stage, ask us questions, you know, tune in. Miss Giggles, are you available or free? Did you have anything you wanted to add to this or tap onto this, ma'am? All right, Miss Giggles is still a little busy. All right, so what I want to do, guys, is I wanted to talk about some actual case studies. Because, you know, me and Tara can get up here and we can share until we are blue in the face. Myself, I'm probably purple, right? But, you know, this is where we want to share with you guys some of the, you know, things that are being implemented in businesses right now that you might not even much paid attention to. Netflix implemented AI that recommends shows and movies based upon your viewing and habits. This has increased their engagement, their subscribers, their retention, and target content creation. That's huge because if you guys don't remember, a little while ago, Netflix was starting to face a huge decrease in subscribers. Why? Tara just talked about it. When the guy from MySpace created MySpace, he knew there was going to be other platforms that were created. And that is exactly what is happening, where you have Disney, you have, you know, these other apps that have now came out and said, know what? We're not going to just put it on Netflix. We're going to have our own. They're creating their own community. And so, you know, Amazon implemented AI in its warehouse to optimize product picking for delivery routes. We just went back home about a month ago, and back in my neighborhood, I would have never, ever imagined they built a huge Amazon warehouse back in our neighborhood because people are shopping online, which is something we continue to remind you guys about. Why would you not think that this 3D immersive experience is not the future? People are moving away from that boring, 2D space. Should I say, going on Amazon, looking at, just pictures, when Amazon is creating, this immersive experience that you guys can all implement, leveraging these things. And so Bank of America, okay, your bank, they implemented AI chatbots to handle customer inquiries and streamline loan applications. Me and Tara were just talking about this to my dad the other day. Like, hey, Pops, how you used to go into the banks and, drop your checks and all that? That stuff is gone. The Bank of America over in our neighborhood, instead of them having this independent, large parking lot for everybody to park and the ATMs outside and the bank tellers inside and the loan officers inside and the drive-through on the outside, gone.
That's $500, $600, $700,000 right there.
What?
Hold on, in employee pay only.
A month, right? Just overhead.
Yeah.
Overhead.
Because you got you got the VP of the bank, you got all that. They're making six figures.
And so now this actual Bank of America in our neighborhood, when we left the house, it was no bigger than a Subway in a little kiosk around the corner from a Kroger's. Like when you go to Supercuts or you go to Subway or you go to, Jersey Mike's or you go to, some of those little kiosks by the store, that's the Bank of America. And in the back, you walked your behind into a little booth and you Zoom called into an employee that, that was on somewhere else in the world that would talk to you.
You didn't even get access to the space if you did not have an active Bank of America debit card.
Boom.
You had to insert your debit card to even open up the door into the space.
Yep, to even come into the space. So that's another huge example. And these are things that we continue to point out to you. What are you doing in your business? How are you implementing new strategies and techniques in your business? It's Q2. What did you do Q1? What did you implement into your calendar? What did you implement into your business and showcasing, your products and services a lot more easier? Because what we find is that people want to talk to people to tell them about their services. And I'm here to tell you, ain't nobody wanting to do that. The average age of the world, and listen to me good and listen to me strong, is 30 years old. And if you plan to stay in business for the next 10, 15 years, these baby boomers that were accustomed, and maybe you, accustomed to doing business online, they no longer have to do those things. And so this is where we continue to remind you guys that, you got to make the pivot. And if you guys saw the technology that we got connected right now, you would be like, what? So we're definitely going to post that as well. And so we're going to move on to the next one. Boeing. Implementation of VR simulations used for aircraft design and training its pilots and troubleshooting maintenance issues. So they're utilizing VR, not just them. I also know of DHL is implementing this. You just heard about Amazon implementing this to train their employees a whole lot easier without all the overhead. When you go on a flight, your pilot is doing their training in this training pilot simulation that is now VR. They've had it, but it was clunky. It was old. They used to have, if you guys might have seen this commercial. Yeah, go to the mall. You might have seen this advertisement where there's this big, crane that has an airplane in it and it's just spinning it around, in a circle. And that was a simulation. No longer do they have to have this $1 million, piece of equipment hold another $1 million piece of equipment to have this virtual experience where now we can do that through Metaverse. When we talk about Walmart is doing its VR training programs for new employees that allows them to practice customer service scenarios and safe employment.
So they don't slap someone.
And so, this alone should be a huge eye opener to even Walmart is now shutting down its stores, right? Because of the theft, because of the craziness, because they're the next Jerry Springer show, on the weekends or at night, whatever that may be. And so they're saying, hey, you know what? Let's get smart. Now let's put this on Roblox. Let's put this on VR. People are already shopping online. Let's create a virtual experience where people can walk up and down the aisles and put products into their basket, and boom, they can come pick it up or they can get it delivered. This is no different now, right? My mama used to be the main person to say, nope, I'll never put my credit card information in the internet. I'll never shop online. And now her ass is pulling up, talking about come put my stuff in the car. Aisle 15, please.
Y'all, we were home. And she's like, we were talking about, I was telling Mom, I was like, Mama, you know, I hate jean shopping. She said, oh, girl, me too. And I was like, Mom, it sucks. Like, we walked, and told her the whole story. She says, well, have you tried that new place called Temu or whatever? And I said, huh? And she said, you don't know about Temu? And I was like, no. And she's like, oh, we've got to teach you about Temu. And David's sister, Felicia, looked at me the same, like, because I used to shop. I would be a shopper.
So you drop.
I'd be telling them, hey, have y'all learned? And now I don't. There's no need to. I was just telling David earlier, I was like, oh, we're live on camera. I need to do something with myself. And
we're live on TikTok. I forgot that.
Yeah. And he's like, no, I'll just turn the camera on me, love. So all you get is my shoulder right now on TikTok because it's like, I don't want to do anything with myself. So my point being is, you know, it's the evolution, you know, David's mom being, I'm never going to use, you know, technology.
And I saw some of y'all laughing down there. So it was one of y'all too.
Like y'all, David said, oh, thank God we moved out of the state, so Tara will not order Amazon anymore. Nope. The Amazon guy here knows me. The other day I was out for a walk and I'm sitting underneath the tree. I just got done for my walk, sitting underneath the tree, just kind of cooling down and I'm watching traffic go by. And there's not like there's a lot of traffic at all. And all of a sudden I see the Amazon go by and he stopped and he looked, he took a double take and he's like, hi. Out the window and off he goes. And I'm like, oh, well, the Amazon guy now knows me here in town. Okay, well, I've ordered a little too much Amazon. So point being is we all love convenience. And that's one thing I've noticed about living in Mexico is that in America, guys, we have convenience at our fingertips. Mm-hmm. Mexico does too. There's some apps that you can only use if you're a Mexican citizen. My point being is, there are so many conveniences. We are a nation of conveniences compared to other places, and it's just what is so. So back to you, Mr. Jones.
Yeah, and that's so true. And so another example of a great company would be IKEA. IKEA has implemented, VR app that allows customers to shop their place virtual. And IKEA is huge. They need to have I'm gonna stop. They need to have a way you can go in VR. No, they do. That's right. They do. They have a VR where you can, it guides you through how to set up, some of the things as well. And so it's increased customers' confidence in purchasing. It's reduced their return rates and it's improved overall sales. And so this is what we share with you guys, that if you are looking for a way to increase sales, you might want to look at your technology and how you're implementing technology in your business. Because without technology, you are in a world of trouble if you're trying to do things the old-fashioned way compared to how things are done now. And so, another company would be, we all know of Facebook. And this is a great aspect of when we talk about Metaverse. A lot of people think that Facebook is Metaverse. No, it's not. Facebook changed its name to Meta. Great marketing concept to change it, but they changed it because they understand the future. And this is what blows my mind. You guys have to understand also that, we've been, Facebook has been around the game for quite some time. Why would you think, for any strange reason, no matter how you think about, Facebook, why would you think that this guy would go and change his entire name of his business that he's had for 20 years plus to now changing it to Meta? They have to know something. And this is a bigger thing. If you have a bigger R&D research team than Facebook, Nike, Gucci, some of these companies, Boeing, IKEA, Amazon, then I don't know what you're thinking. That blows my mind that you think as an individual that these new technologies are not going to increase your business when they're already proving so. But yet you go out on the weekend, we go here, we buy this, we do that, and we spend all this money on unnecessary things, and or we don't invest in our business, telling people we have a business when it's right here in your face and they're showing you exactly what's going on and how it's going on. And the question is, are you paying attention? And so some of these other companies, we talked about IKEA. I'm going to go into Nike. I've talked about this one a lot. When we very first start talking about it, creating, virtual storefront rooms and experiencing for customers to try on products and purchase virtual sneakers. Nike now, guys, is selling virtual sneakers. So what this means, no sweatshops that they say they don't have, right? No inventory, no material, none of that stuff. It's literally design a shoe one time in this metaverse and people are buying it like it's clockwork, because in the metaverse, the new internet, just like right now on these social audio apps, we all have this cute little picture. Just imagine if that was a full body picture that you could change the clothing, you could change the facial expressions, you could change all of that. And now you can buy Nike shoes. Now you can buy a Gucci purse. Now you can do this, you can do that, expressing yourself, which is what we all like to do. And so, we talk about Decentraland, we talked about Sandbox, we talked about Roblox, we talked about Fortnite. Those are all nothing more than metaverse at its finest, okay? And so, this is where we share with you guys to really be able to implement these things and to understand how this all works. JP Morgan is leveraging AI for fraud detection and risk management. Hilton is using AI chatbots for its guest services. Tesla is implementing AI for self-driving cars and autopilot. Spotify, a lot of you are creating your own podcast or should be creating your own podcast, right? Uses AI to personalize music and recommendations for that playlist generation. Sephora offers AI, right? When we talk about VR, Lacoste, little alligator. Okay, they're providing VR experiences for their customers to virtually explore their collections. Ford created a car design prototyping to allow engineers to experience vehicle interiors. Okay, the Body Shop is a company, VR experiences. Mayo Clinic created an actual VR experience. Hilton also created a VR experience. When we talk about metaverse, right? You got Mesh, you got Samsung, you got Warner Brothers, you got Adidas, you got Gucci. Guys, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, you cannot keep continuing to avoiding the facts. And that's why today we wanted to share with you guys about these companies that are doing this. So it's not just David and Tara and, Chef Andy telling you how it's been able to change his business and interact with his business, but literally seeing that the future is right here in your eyes and you have to be willing to do that. And so, look, this is something that we do at the Hello LLC. If you guys want a demo of the metaverse, a demo of the VR space, I'm going to put in the chat where you guys can book a consultation with us for free. It's no charge whatsoever. I'm literally going to be able to show you how it looks and what it looks like, because I can talk about it till I'm blue in the face, as we have been for the last year and a half. But it's like explaining somebody that's listened to the radio, right, for 5-10 years and trying to tell them and trying to explain to them what a television is. You can't put that in words. Think about it. Can you literally explain to somebody what the television is? No. Hey, it's a box that has colors that you can. No, you have to actually experience it. And that's the same thing goes for this metaverse, this 3D immersive web. And this is the other thing. Oh, what's the Web 3? Say that again. What's the Web 3? You mean we're in Web 2 right now? So it's the next generation. Web 3, it's not going to work. That's not going to happen. That's going to be pathetic. That's not going to work. What do you mean? They said the same thing about Web 2. They said the same thing about cars. They said the same thing about the internet. They said the same thing about, when the computers came around.
They said the same thing about you.
That part, right?
How many of us have all been at a time in our age that we have not been the most stellar person in our life? And your parents or grandparents are like, you're not going to amount to anything, or you could be doing better or something. Look, guys, it all happens.
Yeah. And additional companies that are implementing, the metaverse and VR, NVIDIA. I'd encourage you. This ain't financial advice, but you might want to go get you some of that stock, okay? Because that has been great for us. IBM, Epic Games, Roblox, Unity are all companies that are, developing and implementing, their things into the metaverse. And as you guys can see right now, if you're joining us on live or you're watching this live through our channels, we are now in our Hello Plaza, storefront, where we're able to showcase our apparel line. If you guys don't know about our apparel line, we encourage you guys to go and check out our apparel line. You can also go and check out more information about our Hello experience for our enterprise customers and our clients that we work with to build out these 3D immersive experiences. Then, if you haven't went to go check out our actual, Hello Wellness or our Hello Solar or our Biz in a Box that we have as well that you can learn about, please go and check it out. And you can see that people are now able to go and experience our Hello Plaza and learn about all the different sectors of Hello that we do. We started out in network marketing, guys. This is the crazy thing about it. You just said, people will say you'll never change. When we had our 6-figure jobs, both me and Tara, and we got introduced to this wellness company that was in network marketing, people laughed at us. People made fun of us, our own family, our own friends. We got avoided, we got ignored, we got blocked, all of those things. And people saw the progression. I myself lost 80 pounds. Tara lost 50 pounds. Facts over your feelings. We found something that worked for us. And we shared it with people, and some people grasped on, some people didn't. This is no different in this situation. And a lot of the times having this conversation and even, hearing something earlier, a lot of people don't like network marketing because, I got to sell somebody on this. I got to do this. I got to do work. And a lot of the times people run away from work. Network marketing works. People don't work. And that's in business. That's in life. That's in all aspects. And we just don't want to work. And let me tell you, if you have a business, you're going to have to work. You're going to have to do things. And I know we had a class, a master class called Turn Your Passion to Profits. But look, you're going to have to do stuff you don't like, point blank. There is no if, what's, buts about it. There's passion in it, but you're going to have to reach out to people. You're going to have to showcase your business.
Or pay for someone to do it.
Or pay for somebody to do it. And a lot of the times we don't do that because we're stuck in our old ways of you do you, I'm going to do me, let's see who gets to the top. Or we just don't do it at all. And we come up with these excuses. I'm not into social media. I'm not into podcasting. I'm not into the metaverse. I'm not into that. Well, your ass ain't into business. Point blank. Period. I'm just here to let you know. If you're not pivoting and you're not moving, what you doing? You hustle. So, with that
Which is why we say we used to hustle.
Yeah, I have no bones about it. Yes, we had a hustle. No ifs, what's, buts about it. It was a hustle all day long. But now, because we didn't quit, because we didn't accept failure, because failure is a state of mind, failing is learning or gaining, and we continue to move on, and we understood that winners never quit and quitters never win. And so that's why we continue to climb this mountain, continue to make it up this mountain, whether we die on the side of it or make it to the top. And it's going to take all of us to come together, or our community come together, to understand collaboration is the new currency, and your energy that you bring to collaboration is even more how much currency we get, because everybody can collaborate. But what energy do you bring to that collaboration? Is it just about you, or is it about everyone winning? And a lot of the times people have that stingy energy when it comes to collaborating, other than getting out of their own way.
What else is there to say? It is what it is. So So we want to move on to be able to share a couple of ways to be able to monetize as we get ready to, wrap up an amazing room that we've had today. We encourage you all to jump up here on stage if you would like to. That way you can share who you are, what you are up to, and how the community can assist you, because at the end of the day, when the tide rises, all boats rise. And when the tide goes out, all boats come down. We do this together. That's how it works. So we absolutely appreciate you guys being here, having this conversation about Web3 and the evolution and how to be able to monetize. And as I shared earlier, monetization is a big picture thing. It is not a small picture thing. And a lot of times people look at monetization as a small picture, meaning I want to monetize now. I need to pay my light bill. I need to buy groceries. And unfortunately, we are in a state of survival because of what, outside of geopolitical and political things. We are in a state of survival, not only within ourselves as, physically, but mentally, spiritually, and emotionally. And we're constantly having to figure out the next move instead of being able to look at the big picture. And so part of this conversation is understanding that we are in this for the larger picture of things and not the immediate, how do I do this right now? Because there's all kinds of things to do right now to be able to monetize, but there's also things about the bigger picture of monetization. And so as we dive into this conversation, if you have any questions, absolutely jump up here, come share, or if you have any thoughts on how you have been able to come up, share your thoughts, and we would absolutely love for you to be here. With that stated, one of the ways first of all, when I talk about Web3, I want everybody to understand, there's a way to monetize all aspects of Web3. So whether it's in the financial technology side of things, meaning that, the fintech, which is blockchain, cryptocurrency, there's multitude of ways to be able to monetize that. You could offer services or consultations. You could help other people learn how to set up their system, like what we do. You can, do trading, if that's day trading, if you're into that. You can do long-term trading and investments within cryptocurrency, if you understand that. If you want to be able to just offer it as so that people that are coming into your business can pay you through blockchain or cryptocurrency. Again, you can develop, applications and projects that utilize these or are on the blockchain to be able to help you at the end of the day monetize in financial technology. Within Metaverse, David's going to go over that because he just went over half of it, and shared with you guys. But the point of having your own storefront, to have your own community, to have your own space to host your own events. You can have, a huge community where you can have people come in and be a part of your community. You could help other people set up theirs, like stuff that we do. We help other people design and create and set up their system, their metaverse that works within their system. So there's a multitude of ways. There's a ability to build and make assets, digital assets, like David just shared with Nike shoes. So there's that portion of it. You can build and create things that people can only purchase within Metaverse. They don't ever come off of the Metaverse. That is, for instance, how many of you have kids or grandchildren that are just absolutely nailing you every time it's a birthday or Christmas or a holiday that they get a gift and be like, I want Roblox money. They want money so they can go spend in Metaverse. And Roblox is a huge place where children are in, where they're able to build and create and sell those assets. So it is all about providing. Look, there's things that come down the pipeline, guys, and we always say this, that in the great gold rush that happened in San Francisco and California area, everybody flocked out to California because of the gold, right? And the gold rush that there was, and because everybody wanted to go get their own gold mines and mine for their own gold. But the people who made the most money were the people that supported the gold rush, meaning people who sold axe or picks or even washboards or any pans or trays to be able to pan gold. So all of that, heck, even housing and lodging and, food and, transportation, management. There are so many things when something comes down the pipeline to be able to get into what works for you within your expertise. If we move over into AI, guys, AI is going to allow you to be able to streamline all of your systems and your time being the most important, to where you don't have to be doing everything, so that when you are selling your services and goods to your clients, that way you can utilize AI to be able to perform some of these tasks for them. Because guess what? Not everybody understands how AI works. Not everybody knows how to prompt or build or complete or work with AI. Yes, they're making it easy to where it's like, push a button and, get something back, because everybody likes the easy portion of it. But it really comes down to the simple fact of you need to be monetizing in whatever realm or whatever way will assist you at the end of the day. Mr. Jones?
Yeah. And so, this is what I wanted to be able to do, is to go over, and we encourage you, those of you that have visited us on our HelloLLC.io, we put together an entire guide of 20 ways you can monetize in Metaverse. And so we encourage you to go click that button up at the top, go to thehellollc.io, and we have like 5 different free guides that you guys can download. And this, once again, comes down to pressing the button. Will you press the button and go get this free information that can give you information on how you can be able to pivot your business into the future? And I'm just going to go over it real quick and share with you guys, one of the guides that we have about, how you can be able to utilize Metaverse to monetize your actual business. And so here we go. So number 1, this is where Grant Cardone came in, buy and sell virtual real estate. Right now, you can go into some worlds and you can buy real estate. You're like, what? Yes, $12 billion was spent on virtual real estate land last year alone. Okay. Virtual real estate property management. You can go into some of these places and you can become real estate agent for some people's properties. There's one world that we're in right now. There's a lady doing that right now as we speak. Other people are buying properties and she's in there reselling it and showing it to people when they come in there, because people can't be in there all the time. So she is showing other people's properties and she's taking a percentage off when she sells it. Hello. And then another thing is create a virtual retail environment. This is exactly what we're sharing with you guys right now, to be able to come into our Hello Plaza and showcase your products, showcase your services, showcase your coaching, sell your book. You got a book, you need to do a book launch. You can be able to do your book launch in your VR, in the actual Metaverse. Post Malone. If you're talking about, well, David, I don't know if anybody's doing that right now. I don't know if that's gonna work. Well, go ask Post Malone. Go ask Travis Scott. He had 47 million people join his actual, his live concert in Metaverse, and they don't make stadiums for 27 million people to come and watch you live. They don't do that. Let me know. That'd be a huge HIPAA or a construction problem somewhere along the
fire safety issue.
Fire safety.
The fire marshal would definitely shut your ass down.
Right? Become a Metaverse consultant. Build a virtual environment. Become a Metaverse influencer. Invest in other Metaverse projects. Become a Metaverse developer. Create Metaverse marketing, right? Right now, you can come into our Hello Plaza. You don't even much need to buy an actual, storefront. We have places where you can put your ad and you can have it go straight back to your website in our actual Hello Plaza storefront, right? Create a Metaverse educational content to sell to others. You mean like an ebook? You mean like a guide? You mean like a masterclass that you could sell? Something like that? Oh, that I've done one time and I can resell it and showcase it in a different way? Oh, yeah, that's right. translate your metaverse content into other languages. As Tara said, I shared this. Become a metaverse product tester, right? Become a metaverse moderator. Become, create a metaverse data and analytics. Become metaverse, market research, and play to earn games. There are actually play to earn games. You guys can come into our Hello Plaza, and every 5 minutes that you stay in our Hello Plaza, you earn a coin. And we have a board where when you collect a certain amount of coins, we will do some social media for you. We will do, build out this for you. We literally, our services will trade for you being in our metaverse. And so this is where we've gamified, right? Education, edutainment, as they say, where we can educate, entertain, and be able to build the e-commerce in this one world. And so this is where we are literally sharing with you guys to get ahead of the curve. Do not wait until it's too late, or wait until you're forced to make these changes and to pivot into the future. And so while everybody else is in there trying to build, your business is already set up. So now you're branding your business, as you guys are seeing right now. We are branding our Hello Plaza like no other. And people that want to join our community and be able to put their storefront in here, we're all going to be able to win, because from Miss Cleo's Set Yourself Free, from Miss Kathy's Astonishing Pearls, to Miss Merlin's Mac Leadership, to Miss Roberta Pacino's, Al Pacino's sister, showcasing Chef Andy. All are in here that are literally showcasing the business. And if somebody comes into our Hello Plaza and wants, to buy some of Chef Andy's pasta sauces, they can go right over there and buy, some other things. They can go over and buy, this, that, and the other. So this is where we're showcasing to people.
How many of you go into a mall and say, oh, I need a pair of new work shoes? And you go to Macy's and you're like, all right, I see what Macy's have. I need to go down to Dillard's, check Dillard's. And we all know department stores are the anchors. So they're on every opposite corner of the mall, which means you have to walk past 400 other stores, depending on what mall you're in. And you could walk past 3 other shoe stores and stop in them and be like, these are the shoes. That's it. Oh, but I need a pretzel while I'm here. And Tara loves chocolate covered strawberries, so I'm going to get her some. And, ooh, there's new, oh, I like that suit. Let me go try that suit on. Ooh, buy 2, get 1 free. I'm in it. How many of you go to the mall and buy everything else but what the thing you went for?
Like you go to Walmart.
Facts. You do not go into Target or Walmart and say, and that's why people only shop online. My mom said this the other day. I only shop online now, sis. And I said, why is that, Mom? She goes, because every time I go into Walmart, I walk out with $100 extra stuff that I didn't need. She's like, if I go out, put my cart together, and I check out, I'm not buying all this extra goodies and gadgets and stuff that I don't need. And I'm like, oh, where did that extra $100 go? Well, it went to your shopping habit. And so the beautiful thing is, it's the community. It's being able to have it's being able to gain traffic and traction without even having to, really for the efforts of not doing anything. Like, could you imagine having a business open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week for 365 days a year? And you don't got to pay nobody?
Say what?
Easy peasy.
Or like we share with people, imagine having a storefront of your business on your wall with no overhead, no inventory, no logistics, none of that, and you're worldwide. Just like Dubai has built out their whole entire metaverse, just like Hyundai has built out their entire showroom, to where instead of people going to the car dealership, which some of you guys are already doing, where you go to purchase your car, you're going online to purchase your car. Some people are shopping online. Look, when we joined our network marketing company and we were able to get our car paid for our first month, we shopped for our car online. And I could have swore to you, I would have never bought a car that I've never seen.
Swore you never do until you dated me. And then you're like, oh, here we go.
Never having a cat, none of that stuff. And so But my point is that we swore we would have never did that. I would have never bought a car without looking at it or test driving it or anything of that sort. And when we bought on Carvana, where they show all the car features, you can go pick your car up at the little, distant machine that you can get it out of. Vendor machine. I would have never thought about that.
Because why? Because it's certified.
Yeah.
Because they put their stamp on it and they said, hey, we're going to sell you this vehicle. We put it through a 100 million point inspection, and this is what's wrong with it. This is what we fixed. Here's the Carfax on it. So it's never been in an accident. It's never been flooded. By the way, if you live in Houston, Texas, you got to definitely make sure you never buy a flooded car. And so the point is that then if you find something within it or whatever while you have it, there's recourse. They have the ability to make sure that they take care of it. I mean, when we bought our cars through Carvana, guys, we had 5 days to basically return the car. Just call them up and say, hey, I don't want this one. Come bring my car back. And they come pick up their car, bring your car back, have you sign a piece of paperwork that says, I no longer want this. That's it.
That's it.
Done. No questions asked.
Out of there.
Because people come up with terms and services and conditions that make sure you feel supported when you're purchasing when you're a consumer, instead of feeling like you're taken advantage of.
Yeah.
So
that's the crazy thing. And so, with that being said, hey, Miss Denise, how you doing, ma'am? Hopefully all is well. Do you want to share with us or add on to anything of this? Our new Biz in a Box client, ma'am. You got anything you want to add on top of this?
No, I just came to say, hey, I'm excited. I've been telling people about it. My little dilemma today. I felt like I was arguing with people. I'm just excited. I'm excited to be here. I'm excited to eventually be a part of the Metaverse. And just, I want to go get some of Chef Andy's pasta sauce. I'm a pasta lover, so I'm definitely going to go online and get some of his sauce.
Oh, thank you, dear. There's a lot of recipes on there too. You're making me hungry already.
I'm not good with following recipes, but I am a foodie, so maybe I'll look into that.
Yeah, that there alone. Yes, Miss Denise, I feel for you. And look, me and Tara had this conversation earlier. Those of us that are entrepreneurs on this call, from small to medium to large, and this is something that Tara and I are so grateful of being able to understand what customer experience is all about, being able to really have communication, effective communication. And this is also where your systems, your actual, the way your processes go within your business, of how you're able to be on the same page and not rely on yourself to be the person that does everything. And more importantly, to have a sense of how we're supposed to talk to each other, how we're supposed to be with each other. And when we do, bad business, that affects all of us. And this is what hesitates people from making the pivot forward and moving forward in their business, because we're not handling business the right way or effectively. And this is also where we allow our emotions, we allow our feelings to get in the way of handling things the right way. And this is something that we share with people all the time. You can be rich or you can be right. You got to pick. You got to pick. And normally what happens is we pick to be right, other than to be rich in prosperity from the energy, from the vibration, from the love, from the kindness, and more so grace for people, and giving back to people and helping people get where they want. And then just being able to understand one another at the end of the day. And I see we got Miss Kimberly in the building. Long time no see. Another one of our Biz in a Box clients. We got to get you up and rolling, ma'am. Please feel free to come up here and share with us as well, and pour something into us, ma'am. Hopefully all is well. And you got anything you want to add, love?
Well, I want to say, it goes back to our experiences. And we've all been through this life. We all understand the experiences we've been through. And we have a choice. We have a choice through our experience and through our expertise to be able to, as business owners, to create the experience for our clients and our customers. And it is our responsibility to create that. And it is the client and customer's responsibility to show up on their end as well. And we share with our clients, you know, with them, that at the end of the day, you know, we take on great responsibility within our business, because ultimately we want to make sure you are getting what you paid for, and what you just, you know, basically what you pay for, what you deserve. Not, and you could be a poopy ass client, and I just, you know, clean that up, because I would like to say other choice words, but you could be. We've experienced those clients, guys.
We all have.
I've experienced.
But Ms. Tara, let me ask you a question. As a business owner, right? So if we buy something from Macy's, we have a certain amount of days to return it. Am I correct?
Absolutely, within their terms and conditions.
So,
and that's the importance of having terms and conditions.
Right. So if there's no terms and conditions and you decide that you want to change your mind, why would it be taken personally? That's the part I'm not understanding. Like, if I'm like, okay, let me go another direction. My business doesn't have a foundation. So let me go and do foundation instead of content. I think as a client, I'm able to make that decision, but I don't want it to be like I'm trying to wrong someone, or I'm trying to, you know, take money out of somebody's pocket. No, I want to put my money to its best use.
That part. And not only that, making sure that it's done in a proper time, making sure it's communicated effectively, and definitely making sure we're not telling the clients that, you need to be more responsible, out the gate, when it's a two-way street on us being able to design and to overlook and to be able to have common sense, which is something that we share with people. Common is not common because it's called common for a reason.
Well, and that goes to our conversation we had earlier. The reason why David and I are able to identify these and be able to mitigate these issues within our business, and we share this openly for other people to mitigate it in their businesses, is that we've been through it in corporate America. When David and I were C-level executives dealing with other C-level executives, there was no room for error. And if you did, you ate it and you made it right, and no questions, if, ands, or buts about it. Yeah. Because at that point, it is a corporation. You have big corporations that are doing $1 billion of business that you're not going to miss out on because your ego or your pride or your lack of experience or your lack of expertise to understand. Look, there's been clients that have just been completely nasty. And at the end of the day, you can go back to all of our transcripts. We have been nothing but nice as pie to them, because that's their karma. That is who they're being within, whether they're showing up in a proper state or not. And look, every situation's different, guys. And so you just have to understand to take the bigger road. And we always tell each other, do we want to be rich or do we want to be right? And the right answer is you want to be rich, and rich in abundance, rich in knowing and peace, rich that you can go to bed at night knowing that you have not screwed people over in your business or whatnot. Because at the end of the day, you're the only one that's going to have to answer that. You're the one that's going to have to pay the price of that. And you're the one that's going to have to fix it. And I have been through, like, when David was sharing with me, a couple of days ago about, something, I said, you know what? You'll learn that once, or maybe twice if you choose to. I only had to learn it once within my corporate career because it wasn't fun. I didn't enjoy the backlash that I got from not making sure that I met the expectations that the client has, which is why 2 weeks ago we had a room talking about managing customers and clients' expectations, how to show up as a client, and when you're a customer, how to be a proper customer, how to be a customer that's looking for solutions to get things completed. And then there's the other side of being a complete a-hole. And David and I laughed at this because if you would have came to us 10 years ago, David was not a great customer or client.
Nope.
He was looking at every point of view to nail your ass to the wall and then some, because if you took one side step left. And the thing is a lot of times corporations and companies change the goalposts. And that is where people have a problem. You need to set expectation up front of what they expect to get, when they expect to get it, and for how much, what the process is, if they have any questions, how to get a hold of you. And then through that whole scenario, be able to understand that your clients are coming to you for a reason. You have an expertise or an understanding and an experience in something that they do not. And because they do not have that experience, they need you. Guys, I find myself all the time going, why doesn't my client know that? And then I go, ding dong, they came to you for a reason. Of course they don't know that. So you put on your
I
hat.
had to do that today. I said, well, how long does it take to make content? He said, well, you try. I said, you the expert, dummy. Like, I'm confused.
Bingo. That's the thing, and that's what we don't gather as, and that's the difference between working with someone who has a hustle and working with someone who has a business. And so with that said, I want to go ahead and pass this mic over to Miss Kimberly real quick. How are you, beautiful? What you got going on? Talk to us.
Hey guys, I just wanted to come up and acknowledge and say hey. I am actually working on my launch. I have a couple events coming up offline this month. I have like 2 different events. I got one in Houston. Well, one in Houston is Friday and one in Galveston next Friday, I believe. But I'm actually in the process of pitching my classes to Marriott next Friday. And so that's pretty much absorbing most of my focus right now outside of just taking care of myself physically. But I do have you guys on my list. I'm one of those customers that basically need a handhold. That was why I got you guys, because to sit down and write out my content is a struggle for me. And so I need to get with Tara, from my understanding, and see how we can best work together, because I want to get my biz in a box completed. I started my process back in December, and it's only not up because of me. And so nothing on you guys' part. It was a pleasure I wanted to say how much of a pleasure it was to work with Dave and get information and get all my questions answered. I had a ton of questions. And so I'm looking forward to working with you guys, but I gotta just like knock this month out and see what happens. And I'm thinking that most of the content that I'll be using for my presentation, maybe you guys can use for the biz in the box. Maybe it's the same thing. I'm not sure.
Absolutely, Miss Kimberly. And first of all, don't beat yourself up, girlfriend, because there's, we've had a handful of clients that everybody takes their own time at however pace they need to, right? And I always say, usually when there's been some time that has eclipsed between the point of entry, between the time of completion, is for a reason. Because like you said, you're working on content that right now that is going to be useful in when we build out the full foundation that you have. And so that is the beauty of this, is being able to, again, back to the whole point, we will either teach you, show you, or do it for you. And like you said, I need hand holding, and that is okay. That's why we do what we do. Just like when I need to go do X, Y, and Z, I'm not going to do it. For instance, taxes that were due yesterday. I'm not going to go get them done. I can do them, but boy, they take forever. I don't want to do them when I can go pay someone to do them, make sure that they're processed properly, bada bing, bada boom. And so that is the beauty of being able to help a community and show up in community, because we all have these beautiful expertise that we offer. And a lot of times we think we have to do it all. And it's like, nah, you don't have to do it all. And it's okay. As I always, like I say, it happens for a reason, and that reason makes it okay.
And even to add on that, before we lose that, you said, you pay for somebody to do that for you. This is what happens as entrepreneurs, is that we're great at the training, but we're not great at the transaction.
That part.
And we think we wonder why our business isn't working, because we're not great at the transaction, where people are just putting their calendar link. People are just putting their Amazon link. Not only that, people are putting their Amazon or having their books purchased on Amazon when Amazon is taking you to the warehouse. They are hosing you 30%, 60%. They're not marketing your book. They're not showcasing your book like you think they're showcasing your book. when yet, you know, we need to be able to adapt and adjust as we talk about, have that book in an actual audio version. Have that book where it's short, simple, and sweet, and it's in an ebook form where you can sell that book right on your biz in a box, like a lot of our clients are doing right now, where they get all of their money. I've seen multiple people have these Amazon books for $2.99, $5.99, $9.99, and I go do the math. I'm like, man, you're only getting $1.40 out of that, right? And that's not going to happen. The average person that sells a book on Amazon makes $500.
Let me ask you.
Yeah.
After you let that marinate,
come on.
Let's marinate on another question.
Yeah, come on.
How many times has you, as a human, right here listening, went out to Amazon to purchase a book? For me, guys, I go out to this thing called audiobooks because I want to listen to the audio version of it. But if you want the physical version of it, some people are going
54% of people only read one book a year.
And that's my point, is at the end of the day is that Amazon is capitalizing on its size, thinking, well, we have this big old market and everybody's coming to us to shop books. But people are going to Amazon to shop other things. It's not so much, let me go to Amazon and get the book. Even though that's where they started, that is not what people think of them today. And so we get bamboozled by saying, yeah, you have all this access.
Or people want the Amazon bestseller. And I'm like, you realize
that's not even based on sales.
That's not even based on sales. We all right now could
be bestsellers.
Could be bestsellers. If
all
of you right now and open up an account, open up an Amazon and say, hey, the name of my book is Hello Metaverse, and we all went to go visit it right now, and it's in that certain segmentation and that certain criteria, you became an Amazon seller without selling a single book. So please do not be bamboozled by, and this is the looking good running the show. This is the look at me running the show. And I don't mean to say that. Hopefully none of y'all ain't in this room out there, slogan that. I know one lady, she says, I'm a 21 best time Amazon bestseller. I'm like, come on, lady, stop it. So, this is where we really have to get out of this old fashioned mentality and stop talking, but actually start walking and creating these new experiences. And this is exactly where our Biz in a Box, one app, one tap, allows authors, allows people like Miss Denise showcase her pickles in a completely different way, that allows Chef Andy to showcase his pastas, that allows, Miss Marilyn to showcase her actual coaching program in a completely different way, and implement systems, implement AI so they can stop being the janitor in their business and they can be the president of their business. And so many of you are the president or the janitor. Go ahead, Kim. What you got?
Can y'all call me tomorrow instead?
Well, ma'am, we have this thing called systems. You are more than welcome to go in our calendar and book an action appointment and see what time works best for you and I, so we can get this party right.
I need to get on the calendar like this week because I meant to come in when you guys first started at 3, but that's not what life has set up. So I fell in when I needed to. You always drop like these amazing one-liners. Like I thought I was cleaning one-liners, but you guys really always get a good one-liner for me. I did want to say I'm so happy you mentioned that Amazon bestseller remark, because I saw people gaslight. I know people that gaslight people on LinkedIn with their whole Amazon bestseller deal, and I really need people to wake up and stop with titles, because some of them mean nothing. Like it's just a title, it's just a word, and it's cool, but the impact is the word that you should really be looking for. And so I just wanted to jump in before I jump off, because you guys really spoke to my spirit in this short amount of time that I got to slide in. I'm at the playground with my daughter, trying to allow her to burn off some energy and just connect with other, kids outside of school. And just, I'm looking at curating these experiences here in Houston, and I'm going to take them international, but I really need to connect with you guys because what you're saying makes so much sense. And I told you before that I'm not necessarily a fan of arguing with logic. I don't like wasting my time. And I'm definitely one of those people that's like, I don't want those computers knowing all my business. I'm gonna still write it down, and I'm like trying to hold on to the past. And AI is here, whether I like it or not. I can still write it down, but it's nice to be able to team up with a pair of people that gives you the opportunity to get ahead of the curve. So I just wanted to thank you guys again before I got off. And I don't know when I'll be back on LinkedIn. I should be back on. Did I do a room this month?
You
I
did.
feel like I did a room this
You
month.
did.
Did I?
You did. Yes, you
I'm
did.
trying to
But
do one
you weren't all the way present, but you did. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so I'm like, well, no, I mean, I try to host a room once a month. And so I need to check my events. I know I hosted a room on Easter, but yeah, my mind has definitely been, I've had a lot going on lately. So I try to at least get on and try to get feedback and connect people at least once a month. If I didn't, then the live that I have either this Friday or next Friday, maybe I'll do something for that. But thank you guys for letting me come on, jump on and ramble with you.
Absolutely.
Is she on another platform?
Yes, ma'am. She. Yes, ma'am.
What did she say? What did she say?
So no.
Am I the one that too?
Can I see her?
Yeah, no. Miss Denise is on our Clubhouse side, and Kim, you're on our LinkedIn side, and Miss Denise is like, "Who is talking?" Also, and so she was asking, "Was you on another platform?"
See what she does, and I'm like, I can't even see her.
Yeah.
I was wondering who the other voice was because I'm like, that's not David doing a thing like Jay where he has a female voice. I've been trying to figure out who the second woman was that's lighting up David's phone because I'm looking at Tara below him on my screen. And I was trying to figure out what was going on.
Listen, I done refreshed, I done left out of the room, came back, everything. I'm like, okay, I hear this lady talking, but I did not see her.
We have not tapped into the spiritual realm like that yet, Miss Denise. We do not have guests here.
But more people need to cross from all their social networks like this.
Yes, and that's what we share with you guys, right? That right now we're on LinkedIn, we're on Clubhouse, we are live on TikTok, we're on Instagram Live, we're on YouTube Live, we're on Twitch, we're on Spaces, and we're live also on me and Tara's actual live page as well, where you guys can see us in the Hello Plaza. So
we got to get together because I don't have any of those things. When I was filling out that Hello thing, I said, listen, all these websites, I don't have a clue. I'm just excited to be able to see a pickle store in the metaverse. I have never seen a pickle store before in life. So this is the excitement for me.
And Miss Denise,
going to make me hungry for pickles now.
Yeah, and Miss Denise, if you could, go ahead, Kim. What you got?
I popped in. I wanted to just share that I did get an opportunity to pop in when you guys hosted the Super Bowl live in the Metaverse.
Yeah.
And I took a few screenshots so that people can see what it looks like. It was a really cool experience. I didn't get in at the right time because I could see the other avatars there. But what you guys have put together is pretty cool. And I'm so looking forward to like utilizing that back store because my whole thing about getting in was I wanted the sale. There was a Christmas sale going on, and I'm one of those people that I want to pay less, not more. And so I knew what you were selling, but I didn't fully understand it. I just knew I wanted to do it. But I wanted to let people know one of the ways that I'm going to be taking advantage of my Hello Plaza space is that I'll be hosting a digital art gallery in the back room, and I'm going to open up my spaces or put real estate in those spaces for artists to sell their digital art. And so there's a way that people can make their money back outside of referring more people to you. Like that's something for people to think about. The digital real estate in the metaverse is not only the building, they could, sell stuff like how you guys are saying.
Yeah, absolutely. We have actually another world that we have a ton of real estate in, and it's kind of like we all buy a plot of land, you know, for like $5,000. And then 20 years later, all of a sudden it's worth $1 million. And you're like, what? Because you just let it set. Like you bought it. You knew it was going to be worth something one day when everybody moved back into downtown, like especially in Houston. I remember when David and I went to go, when we lived in Houston, and for most people that don't know, David and I spent 22 plus years in Houston. David's from Houston area, as Miss Kimberly is. And it's so funny because the fact is the east side of downtown, David and I moved into the east side of downtown when you could buy a townhome down there for $150,000. 200,000 at the most, right? And we were just not at a point where we were ready to buy. So we leased a place there, right, outside of Elevated. Anyways, my point being is, by the time we moved out and we moved to the north side, just above, 610 North and Yale area, when we moved up there, you couldn't find a place cheaper than $500,000. And it had only been 2.5 years that we spent in that place. And that's my point, is that, people down there now on the east side, they sell property. They've had property in their name for, 20 years. And now it's worth $1 million because the developer wants to put a big something on it.
Yeah.
So that's the same thing within Metaverse. Go in, buy the space. Buy something. You don't even know what the future has to hold. And so get your chair pulled up to the table.
So I have a question.
Yes, ma'am.
Is there just like different worlds in the Metaverse? So like Horizon is a world and like different things. I'm not sure.
Yes, ma'am.
I used to go in there a lot.
No, that is a great question.
Like maybe 4 properties in Horizon. I don't know what to do those things. Those things just sitting there. I'm like, what is this? I want to play a bingo one night, and I just used to be in there and just play games and, chill with people in the little bars and the clubs. But it's just so much. It's a whole different world, and it's actually better than being in the real world sometimes.
Fact.
You know why? Because you can turn off your headset and leave when you're ready. When you're done, you're like, oh, I'm done. I'm sorry, I lost internet.
You can mute people. You ain't got to talk to nobody. I mean, it's just lovely in there.
Yeah, and so that's a great question, and that's something that we talked about earlier, right? When we talk about VR, when we talk about Metaverse, I want you all to take the word Metaverse and change that to the internet, okay? And just like on the internet, there are different websites. There are different www. Educations, all of these. And just like right now, some of you have a website. Trade out website for VR, virtual reality. What experience does your website create for your customers right now? Some of you is just a Calendly link. Some of you is just a old born Amazon link. Some of you, it's an outdated website that you ain't updated before the pandemic, after the pandemic, 3 years after the pandemic, or Q1 of 2024, right? That is your VR. And where we're getting to is that the Metaverse, AKA the internet that has the VR, your website, it is allowing us to create these immersive experiences where right now, as you talked about, Ms. Denise, there is Horizon. That is one URL, right? That is one website. That is multiple different VR worlds. There's also, Spatial. That's the one that we're utilizing right now that people can join in from their cell phone, their laptop, their VR headsets, their iPad, right? That allows more access and it creates a different experience. These different platforms from VR chat to, Multiverse, Roblox, Fortnite, those are all VR, virtual reality platforms that are in the Metaverse.
Also known as worlds.
So I hope that helped you guys out understanding the language, the verbiage of it, to take Metaverse, change that to the internet. Take VR, change that to your website, right? And really be able to understand how these things work and how they really can be able to help you, understand where we are in the future. And
It's like traveling to Texas and you're like, all right, I could go to Houston, I can go to Dallas, I can go to Austin, I can go to San Antonio, I can go to Corpus Christi, I can go to Brownsville, I can go to El Paso, I can go to Amarillo. Where do I want to go? Fort Worth. Where do I want to go? What world? Oh, I want to be in all the worlds. I want to go see all the worlds. Well, you can do that.
Yeah, and just like
you just don't have to drive 12 hours between each spot.
That part. And people are no longer going to be asking you for your website. People are going to be asking you, hey, what's your metaverse? What world are you in? Where can I go see your store? Just like with you, Miss Denise, you're going to be able to tell people, hey, go and visit my VR virtual storefront in the metaverse from your cell phone, from your laptop, from your iPad, and your VR headsets. Whereas right now, you are utilizing a world in Horizons. Horizons you can only get to if people have the VR headsets. And just for a side note, if you got a Sam's Club near you, anywhere near you, they now have the Meta Quest 2s that you can buy for $99. When we bought our headsets, they were $599 a pop times 2. There's 4 eyeballs in this household. And we have the hardest time trying to get people to go purchase these headsets, learn these headsets, and then come and visit us in the world. Where now within our Hello Plaza, people don't have to go and buy these headsets. People can go on their phone right now, as we've encouraged you guys to go and press 4 simple buttons. And it blows my mind that people won't press 4 simple buttons, just like you downloaded Zoom, just like you downloaded Clubhouse, just like you downloaded LinkedIn, just like you download Uber or any of these other apps. It's a free app, and it gives you access into these 3D virtual worlds. Go ahead, Ms. Denise.
Well, what's the name of it?
What's the name
I
of
can download it?
It's called Spatial. And so I'll put it in the chat for you as well, for all of you, where you can literally just go right to our Biz in a Box, just like you will, Miss Denise. Oh, not that one. That's our services. Hold on. This one. Go to that last one that says Plaza VR.
And if you access it from your phone, it's going to just a simple app. It's through a simple app.
Yeah.
And so that's the beauty of it. And this is the importance of it, is that as we're emerging from Web 2 to Web 3, you have to be mindful to have a bridge. Yeah. And that's the biggest thing that we found with trying to get people to, that David was talking about, was they're like, well, why would I make that purchase? Why would I do that? When in reality, it's easy for, if I already have a device where I can access that, let me do so. And so that is the beauty of, the world that, we're in a multitude of worlds, and we're expanding into more, but it's the beauty of being in a world that allows people to come in and see you and get your information. And I just have to say, I can't wait till there's a pickle tasting on aisle 3, because I love pickles. And by the way, they don't got many pickles in Mexico, y'all. So just enjoy your pickles in the States. We literally had to go.
Yeah, but they don't have
They don't have relish here. We had to go an hour away to an HEB. If you're from Texas, you know HEB.
It's called pepper relish.
Ooh.
So it has every different color pepper, my onions, and the pickles in the mixture.
Well, let me just say, I'm glad that when I was growing up, I had a family that did a lot of canning. And so I'm glad I know how to make my own pickles. They're nowhere near like yours. I can dang guarantee that. But when you don't got pickles and you want pickles, you'll just compromise and make your own. And so at the end of the day, the point being is, the beauty of Metaverse is the community and the experience. And again, there's so many. I mean, Chef Andy was in here earlier, and it's the simple fact of, he is in the metaverse. He is, you guys, we get emails all the time behind Chef Andy, and will literally, because he's always like, oh, hey guys, I met so-and-so on the beach today. They scanned my QR code. They went out to my Business in a Box. They got to see my metaverse, and they connected with me. And it's so cool because you get to hear the user side of things, meaning the client side. And that is the goal, is to make sure, we always say, when we build things for people, this is not for us, it's for you. And so we need to make sure it works for you, because if it don't work for you, why did you buy the car?
And not only that, a confused
Well,
mind will say no.
It ain't working for me right now. I cannot find this thing to download this website, this facial. Is this the right thing? All I see early childhood.
No. That's Miss Marilyn's business box here. Let me change it for you real quick. I put it in the chat. I put it in the chat, but here, let me put it up at the top for you. Boom. Now it's at the top. That's going to take you directly to our Hello Plaza store, where you can go and hit that big button up at the top, and you can be able to download the Spatial app. Come on back to to Clubhouse. Come back to our Biz in a Box. Click that button again, and then that way it will take you straight into our Hello Plaza virtual mall. And on the page up above, we've actually put the instructions for you as well, because like we said, a confused mind will say no, and we don't want you guys to be confused whatsoever. And so with that being said, guys, we want to welcome you all to the Hello LLC. If you don't know, Hello stands for Helping Entrepreneurs Leverage Leading Edge Optimizations. In all reality, it is about helping everyone live life optimally. And we are here to help you pivot into the future and really be able to adapt to these new technologies that are upon us right now. The future is already here. So do not think that you can wait 1, 2, 3 years whatsoever. It is progressing like no other when we're able to implement these technologies. And that is why we have our Pivot membership, where we can show you, we can teach you, or we can even do it for you. And our Pivot membership starts at $7 a month. That's 23 cents a day. You can join us for 1 month, watch the 100 videos that we already have.
That's the show you say.
And where you can stop, do, and actually, put these things in implementation, from your Google SEO to learning how to do YouTube, learning how to do TikTok, learning more about your social media, getting some Wisdom Wednesdays on that as well, and really being able to put these things into place to where we also have our executive. $27 a month. Let me tell you something.
That's to teach you.
You get a one-on-one with Tara or myself, where you can say, hey, help me with this, help me with that. Where am I going? Am I on the right path? For $27, you're not going to get that, period. And you get access to all the other things, including marketing material, including some social media things that you guys can use, as well
as a discount on any Hello services that you purchase. So we always suggest join the membership and then purchase our products.
And so not only that, we also have our VIP, where for $97 a month, we can be able to literally do it for you, where you get a one-on-one with us. We build out one of our actual AI motion works. If you guys don't know about our AI motion works, if you're one of those people that don't like going live, don't like showing your face, we got AI for you all day long, where you can be able to showcase your business and your brand without you, but an avatar of you, or however you want to do it. And then even more importantly, right, come and learn more about, how we can help you with, your marketing, help you with implementing our actual Magic Jewel app, to where I shared with you guys earlier for our Pivot members, or you can just go get the masterclass itself, where we show you an app that can post, listen to me well and listen to me good. You're going to be able to get ChatGPT. You're going to be able to get Canva. You're going to be able to get a campaign manager all in one app, and a scheduler all in one. And this one app, listen, allows you to post on your Instagram, allows you to post on your story line for your Instagram, post on your Facebook, post on your private Facebook group, post on your Google SEO, post on your Pinterest, post on your YouTube, goes directly to your TikTok, not like some of these other apps where they say they post and you still got to go over to TikTok to do all the editing and all that stuff. Nope, it goes straight on. And you also get it to go into your LinkedIn as well. And so literally we get to sit down for an hour, 2 hours, right, a week, and be able to schedule out all of our posts to where you guys see Hello LLC everywhere, okay? Everywhere. I don't care where you go, what social audio or social audio you're on, right? We're there. Go look up the Hello LLC and you'll see us there. TikTok, I don't care where you go. And so this is where we share with you also that the average business has 6.6 social media outlets. And if you're not showcasing your business, you're not talking about your business, you're scared to talk about your business, you're fearful of talking about your business, you don't know what to say about your business, all of the above, we got you covered. And so this is where you have to press the button and get out of your own way and be like, you know what? I said I was going to do all these things Q1 and I ain't done jack. And I know that I need to do these things or my ass is going to be the next blockbuster and I'm going to be in a world of trouble. And this is where I get to make the pivot. And look, if Miss Marilyn is here, Miss Marilyn will gladly share with you about our pivot membership, about our biz in a box. She's about to get her VR storefront. And, you know, you can just ask her how far her businesses came just in the last 6 months of her being one of our VIP members, to where she just gets to get on the phone with us. David Tar, I don't know how to do that. Come on, let's go. Boom, it's done. And it's implemented, right? And so this is where
It's
Tara
literally
talked
done for you.
This is where Tara talked about, if you don't know how to do it, you need to pay somebody to do it, or you're not going to have no money whatsoever or have a business because it's about to be gone and dead. So Miss Marilyn, if you were here, ma'am, I'm about to put your business in the box up at the top. Can you share with us a little bit more and how you doing today, ma'am? Miss Marilyn.
Okay, I got a couple minutes. I'm finna train in the class. But good evening, everyone. You know, David and Tora, I was just talking with a group of providers today, and we was reflecting on where we at and where we are pivoting our business. So I was talking with other trainers. And one thing I mentioned to them was that out of all my schooling I had, and I have a master's, I know nothing about marketing. I didn't take a marketing class. So what I'm saying is I did not have the knowledge or the direction into really strengthening my business. So this is my LLC is my second business. I've been in business over 26 years and had a very productive and a rewarding business on top of that. But one thing, now where we at, one thing I did not have is the knowledge or the know-how to work technology, to understand technology. So I was at an odds. And then I came across the LLC, which have took my business to the next level. Right now, it have took my business from me just, I'm signing contracts. I have my third contract and I'm going to expand into another state. So I'm very excited about that. So it's important to have those systems in place. It's important, if you don't know how to do it, to team up with somebody like the Experience LLC to get you started. And so it was a safe haven for me to come back, not just get me started, but help me understand the process so that I can tell someone else the process. But I got to get ready to go because I'm going to train. Okay, I'll talk to everybody later. But yes, this membership is worth having. I'm a pivot member, I think, right? I got a lot of benefits with resources. I love it. He took my business from separating my business from my personal. And like he said about that magic app, once I sit down and I work it, it's putting out everything for me and it's going all out at once. I love that magic app. Thank you very much. I really got to land the plane right here. Bye.
Bye, Miss Marilyn. We love you.
Have a great training, Miss Marilyn.
Our asses definitely didn't read the chat where you said you were in silent mode, so my bad.
Anywho, we greatly appreciate it, Miss Marilyn. And at the end of the day, Miss Marilyn is a VIP, guys. So that means that she gets her calls once a month with us. And, you know, being able to powwow, and she'll come hey, I need this, I don't know how to do this, and how do we do this? And there is
Sit
always,
back, Jack. We got you.
we will do the things that we can do, like, for instance, we're assisting her, with some of the training that she's developing, not the content. We don't have a licking clue of what the content she needs to be putting in there, but how to structure it, how to put it together, how to be able to present it. And a lot of times that's what happens is we have the know-how.
Yep.
We just don't know how to get it out to others.
Yep.
And we don't know how to present it. We don't know how to say, like, for instance, we can, master, we can go to the store and buy all of these ingredients and get exactly what the same as the chef did. But when the chef puts it together and plates it and brings it to you, you're like, holy cow, this is amazing, looks amazing, tastes amazing. Because at the end of the day, and then you try, and it might look good, and it's this, that, and the other, and it might taste good, but it might not taste just like the chef, and it might not be plated just like that. And so at the end of the day, as I shared before in our earlier portion of this conversation, is there's a lot of things that David and I don't do, and we go out and hire, i.e. those things called taxes, those things that were just due yesterday. Yeah, go hire somebody out, because I don't want to take time to do that. As can I? Yeah. Have I done my own taxes in the past? Absolutely. But it is so much easier when I can pay somebody else, and especially the quality of the level of somebody that you're going into business with. I'm using the lady who does our taxes, or the company that does our taxes. She and her company they have all the high certifications with the IRS. They have, they're like 1 in 5 that have one special certification out of the entire amount of accountants within, like, I'm not an accountant, nor am I do taxes. So my point being is,
Ain't nobody got time for that.
He's got all these certifications and that other people do not, that we went and vetted out. And we're like, okay. And hot diggity dang, here you go. And I'll pay you your fee. And there we are. And so at the end of the day, guys, it comes down to being smarter, working smarter, which is why we use Web3, AI, why we have Metaverse, and why we're putting our businesses within Metaverse, so that way everybody understands. And I say that as businesses, as us as a community, because it allows us to cross-pollinate. It allows us to cross-community. And when I say that, guys, a lot of people are, well, I don't want to, look, we've heard it already. We've had people come and tell us, well, I don't want my store in the mall because I don't want other people to see other people's stuff in there. And
you're missing the point of Metaverse.
And that's you're missing the point of people putting their store in the mall. A lot of people put their store in a physical mall right now because they are banking on the fact that you need to go to Macy's or Dillard's and you want an ice cream cone on the way by, or
that
a coffee,
ice cream,
or whatever it is. Okay.
I used to work in the mall, so
gotcha.
Trust me, that Arby's.
Gotcha.
That
don't know nothing about it. I did not grow up in the mall. I grew up in the country. I did not grow up in a mall. Like, I didn't go to a mall until I got older, when we would drive into town.
That's right.
We ordered things through JCPenney's catalog. So why would we go to the mall? We didn't need to. We lived out in the boondocks.
Well, that's a prime example.
Is a prime example is that if I had Metaverse and if I was a kid these days, I had friends around the world.
You mean like Roblox?
Yeah.
You mean like Fortnite?
Yeah.
Oh,
I'd be in Japan. I'd have people in Brazil. I'd have all kinds of people, because as a kid, I wanted to talk to everybody.
Yeah.
And I was only limited to the people that lived in that town. And let me tell you, a town of 800 people gets real small real quick.
Real quick.
And you're like, I don't like any of these people. Yeah. Anyways, we digress.
Yeah, but that's so true. And Miss Marilyn, we thank you guys for coming up here. Miss Denise, hopefully we answered your questions. Did you have any other questions about the Metaverse, VR, anything of that sort? Ask away.
No questions. I'm just actually waiting my turn. Together in the background. That's it. I don't have any questions. I'm actually just excited about the whole journey of putting my best foot forward and making sure that everything happens and my dream come true. That's it.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. It's just about pressing buttons and joining, a community, whatever that community looks like, and continuing to show up. I did a live last week, and I asked people, are you failing in life or are you quitting in life? And a lot of the times, what you will find is that people don't fail because failing, number one, is learning or gaining, and a lot of people take it to the next extent where it's failure, where it's a state of mind. But what really happens is people don't fail, people quit. And people quit because of the unknowing. People quit because they don't know what to do, they don't know how to do it, and the things that they continue to do don't work. And as we share with people, old keys will never open new doors. And that is why I asked you guys from when we started this room from the very beginning, as I do all the time, if you are sitting there and you are contemplating, what should I do? How should I do it? I want you to be able to open up that hand, right? I want you to be able to open up that mouth, and I want you to be able to open up your mind and be able to learn these new things, because there's this big circle of life that we have. And there's things that which is literally maybe 1-2%. And then there's a big ass another pie of things that you don't know, right? Like a lot of you probably aren't, rocket scientists or brain chemists.
Say what?
That's what you don't know. And the other, 50% of that, or should I say, 45% of that is things that you don't know. And that's where a lot of these things that you don't know comes forward to the things that you don't know. So now we get to be able to experience those things and be able to know those things. And now it's for you pressing the button, taking action, and getting out of that old mentality that, oh, I don't do that. When you say, I don't do that, you're taking your power away. Or should I say, when you say, I can't, a lot of people say, I can't go live. I can't do this. I can't do that. Well, as Tara would say, boo-boo, you are taking away your energy and you are giving away your power. Okay? You need to accept the fact that you don't do that. Hey, I don't go live. Hey, I don't post about my business. Hey, I don't have a website that represents my business effective enough. Hey, I don't need to be using this calendar. Hey, I don't need to be sending people to my straight Amazon. Those are things that you don't do. Then we need to take it to, hey, I know I need to start posting about my business. Hey, I know I need to upgrade my foundation and my systems and my business. Hey, I know I need to be doing X, Y, Z. And now we go to the I can or I do. And these are the 4 phases in our lives. And this is where you have to be authentic with yourself and have that soul conversation with yourself. If you want to be by yourself, no music, no radio, go sit your ass in a corner for 15-20 minutes and be real with yourself. And now we go to the, hey, I'm going to do these things. I got this. And I believe in myself. And I can do these things because I know I have a community. I have people that are supporting me, people that I don't even much know from Adam or Eve, but I see what they're doing and now I can do it as well.
I believe I can fly. That's literally what you're doing.
And we got Miss Cleo in the building as well.
Yeah.
And so, that's really where this lies and where we can be able to commit ourselves to pivoting our business into the future. And so, Miss Cleo is another one of our Biz in the Box clients. I'll put her Biz in the Box up here before we get out of here and shut this bad boy down, where you guys can go check out setyourselffree.io. If you don't know, you should know. And then we're definitely looking forward to Miss Cleo's first of many podcasts that she's going to be hosting in her room in the metaverse, because Miss Cleo has her actual storefront in our Hello Plaza as well. We just did her grand opening where she was able to showcase all the amazing things from her podcast to her coaching programs to her ebooks to her guides that she gives away, and really being able to say with people that she helps to go experience it in a different way. And guess what? If you're sitting there talking about, oh, this damn metaverse, this boy talking about this metaverse, I don't need that. If your ass is using Zoom, then you should be using metaverse. Let that sink in.
Say it for the back.
Say it for the people in the back. Is that what you meant?
Yeah.
You say.
You're using Zoom. You need to be in Metaverse. That's not what you said. But
No, that is what I said. You got it. You got it. Good job. Good job. Good job. Good job. And so, and also just on a side note, if you need
we're part-time comedians.
Yeah, we're part-time comedians.
And
if you need a social media expert other than the Pivot, I know this great young lady named JoJo, and she will TikTok. She will TikTok the back of your head, your refrigerator, anything you want,
kneecaps,
anything you want on social media. She will post about it.
We are also social media babysitters. So if you have any kids that have taken your social media,
we will give you the 411 and say, JoJo has got your phone
we
again.
think that your social media might have been hacked.
And she's going to TikTok whatever she sees. So you might want to watch your back. Because next time it might be your ass in the shower.
That part, y'all. Oh, man.
But Miss Cleo, if you're available, please chime in on that.
OMG, y'all are so on point. Oh my God, this game. Nothing worse like you getting up and you look at your social media and there you are from the bottom up on social media, not flattering at all because the kid done posted pictures. Oh my goodness, watch out. But you are right. She is definitely, hold on one second.
She is pushing the button for all those that why Miss Cleo handles JoJo in the background. But absolutely.
So I can't do it. JoJo is, how old is JoJo?
How old is JoJo now, Miss Cleo? Oh, can she hear us? I don't think she can.
You're on mute, Miss Cleo. But yeah, when she come back, I think JoJo's like 5'6", if I'm not mistaken.
No, I think she's 3 or 4.
Oh.
Yeah, she is definitely, and you will get her eyebrows. That's all you're going to get, her eyebrows on the top of her head. Yeah. But anyways, the thing that we're going to have, when Miss Cleo jumps back on here, she'll share with you more about what she does. But, the point being is the reason we laugh about that, guys, is, she's a toddler and she's pushing the button. If she can push the button, we all can push the button. Because look, at the end of the day, she's getting it done. And so that's the biggest thing is, your homework tonight is to go to thehellollc.io, and at the very top of it, you will see how to get into the metaverse. There'll be join live events. It'll be check out our mall, check out the Hello Plaza. They're 2 different things, by the way. So the point being is you can push the button. It's going to ask you to download an app. If you're on your computer, it's just going to open up a web browser. And it's going to drop you in as just a generic avatar.
Hold on. Can you guys hear us?
Now I can. Before you guys were out for a minute.
Gotcha. Okay.
Gotcha. But if you're back, Miss Cleo, you can take the mic.
Oh, yeah. Okay, sure. Yeah. Definitely take some feedback from JoJo. She doesn't care. She just presses the button. Right, JoJo? She said, yeah, she just presses the button. But definitely, guys, in terms of using the metaverse, definitely recommend it. It's cool, it's fun, it's another way to give your clients another experience. It's not something for you to be afraid of. And guess what? You don't have to do this alone. You have people here who are experts, people who are learning. I mean, just a continuum of people, right? That at different levels with the metaverse that can help you. You'll come in here and you learn from David and Tara, and then you have people like us who are learning as well. So we can do this together. Like I can tell you about what it was like for me to first get started, and how I had to get over my own, self-doubt and things of that nature, and get into the habit of asking for help, right? And we can share together and most importantly grow together. So this isn't something we have to do alone. We just got to be willing to step outside of our comfort zone, doing things our way, right? That's how you grow. And the other thing is our country is getting younger, right? And the younger people are all into technology. So we have to adapt, right? Because that means the people that are going to be frequenting our businesses are going to be younger, and we have to keep them engaged, and we have to keep them
involved in the products that we are offering. And so we kind of have to adapt and speak their languages, learn and understand, right? So that the services we provide meets, the needs of the people that we are catering to. So I just wanted to share that. Definitely check out setyourselffree.io. If you know someone who has a substance abuse issue, definitely send them our way. We have a weekly support group Sundays we're now going to switch it to 11 a.m. where we talk about substance abuse, different things people are going through in life, but most importantly, giving people support, because we all need support. So think about who you know that could benefit from this group. It is amazing. Myself and another young lady named Makita co-facilitate that group. And if you just want to check it out just to see what we do, check it out as well. Because I tell you, the things that we talk about, it's not only just, substance abuse related, it is life related, right? Because we can all relate to a loss of a loved one. We can relate to stress. We can relate to anxiety, right? So definitely check us out and get some coping skills and share your knowledge as well. So thank you guys for letting me share. As always, you guys are phenomenal.
Yeah, some of y'all are addicted to not pressing buttons neither. So some of y'all need
JoJo was giving you a lesson in the
JoJo
background.
giving y'all
You
a
did
lesson.
not understand that, by the way, y'all.
So definitely go and check out Miss Cleo. And this is once again part of the community where we all have somebody in the family or somebody that we know that's dealing with something addictive, regardless of what it is. And like Cleo talked about, I go in there and I get valuable information on just day-to-day life because it goes in all aspects of our life. Hell, some of y'all addicted to water. Hell, some of y'all addicted to social media. And so, this is what we really have to be able to really understand how we're showing up, where our time is going, how we're utilizing our time. And I can assure you, the time that you are utilizing can be implemented into getting yourself closer to what you want. Because the things that we share with people is that, success is on the other side of the things that you aren't doing. And we all know exactly what those things are and what we're not doing and what we should be doing to be able to implement these things into our lives. And so we want to encourage you guys all to come and visit us tomorrow for our Wisdom Wednesday room. If you don't know about crypto, you don't know about fintech, you don't know how to spell crypto. I didn't for a while neither. Guess what? It's cry and then toe. And so, put a P in there. And so
cry with your PTO. You cry on your PTO,
right? And so this is where we want you guys to come and learn with us about crypto. Tara's going to go in full Shamu and dolphins and energy and all that other stuff. Tomorrow's her day, so she's gonna lay it out on the line for you guys and really give you the basics. I'm gonna try to stick to the basics because she can go out there because she knows so
Y'all
much.
should see behind the scenes when I get off to left field. David's like, bring it back. Have y'all ever seen those people that are
in the airplane?
Yes, that is David with me. Go, wait, oh shoot, she went left.
You come back, lady. Come back.
But he has learned that at the end of the day, we just bring it right back around because it will make sense once we connect the dots.
No, it does make sense. And this is where we encourage you guys to open it up because 5-7 years ago, energy, frequency, vibration. What the hell are you talking about?
You would have sounded like your dad the other day.
I told my dad the other day. My dad the other day. I said, Dad, us as men, we have those times of the month as well, and it's around the moon and things of that sort. He said, boy, who the hell sold you that shit? We ain't got no damn moves, boy. Them women only got the moves like that. We ain't got the moves, boy. You better stop. I said, all right, Dad. Okay. And
who shared it with me? My father shared it with me from a very young age. He says, your mom has her 10 days of the month. I got my 10 days of the month. And if we can't get along for the other 10 days, then we don't need to be together. And so what that meant was, in reality, my mom had her time, my dad had his time, and then there's a time to be together. And it's understanding that and having compassion and empathy and communication. And that was what, you know, David was sharing with his dad. But Papa John's like, no.
His mind, his hand, his mouth. Well, his mouth was open, but they were not. They were not in the aspect of being open to these new things. And that's what we encourage so many of you guys to do, is to open your mind to these newer technologies, to where you can stop being the janitor in your business and you can be the president in your business, and you can stop sitting there on the weekend, sitting there on Sunday night, trying to figure out, you know, how you're going to bring in some more revenue, how you're going to showcase this masterclass, how you're going to boost up your social media. Because like I said, your ass knows exactly what you should be doing, and you just don't know how. And that is where you open up and say, woo-hoo, I need some help. Help me out. I need some help. And that's you willing to get over on the other side, because nobody makes it to the top of Mount Everest by themselves. Nobody gets to success by themselves whatsoever. So if you believe in that, you need to scratch that whole identity and recreate and retool and understand us together is where we get to move forward, other than you just by yourself. Nature has taught us that from the jump. Everybody wants to be a lion, but everybody forgets the lion don't hunt. The lion is hunt. Okay? Period. Everybody wants to be a lion, but nobody knows the rules of the game. And so stop trying to be the lion and start learning the rules of the game. And that's going to take you to sit your ass down somewhere and retool, rethink, and re-strategize how you're running your business and where your business is going, if you still want to have a business. 100. That's what I got. So at the end of the day, baby.
Well, I just have a challenge for everybody. Think back to when we were younger and our parents or our grandparents or our older aunts and uncles would be sharing something with us, and we are sitting there just rolling our eyes. Rolling our eyes, because we're like, we know how to do this so much easier, so much faster, and so much better. And now here we are, those people. We have turned into our parents. We have turned into our grandparents. And we go, nope, this is what I was taught. This is what I was fed to believe. This is what it's going to be. And in reality, it's like, what happened? Where did we lose that sense of ability to expand? And get exactly, like, where's our sense of adventure? And it's because life has happened to us. We have been, guys, like, think of a square, a cube, and all of a sudden we just got a conveyor belt of sandpaper going around us. And all of a sudden we're into a ball, a nice smooth ball. And it's like, what happened? And it's because we forgot to go out and have a venture. We forgot to go be spontaneous, because we live in the, oh, I already know what's going to happen. Because there has been life lessons you had to learn, and there has been things that had to show up for you to get to the next portion of your life that you're living. But the whole point of this at the end of the day is experience things. If it's not going to put you or someone at danger, experience it. And as my brother would say, ooh, a little danger's fun. And as I say, no, thank you. I'm good right here. And so the point being is, get out of your box, because
there is no box.
Your box, as David says, there is no box, but the box that you continue to put yourself in is only holding you back and is not allowing you to be the fun, joyous person that you want to be.
Yeah.
That's my 2 cents for the day. Come back for tomorrow, and we'll have so much more.
No, you will have so much more.
Well, that's what.
So y'all better buckle up, Buttercups, because tomorrow is going to be about crypto. You guys join us on Thursday for our live Hello Pivot Thursday, where we're going to have the power of intuition with Dr. Paul Kellogg. He's going to be joining us, talking about his expertise in that intuition. Sometimes the assumptions are different than intuition, right? And so come and definitely have a conversation with us on that. And then, as always, we're here every single week. Come and visit us in our Hello Plaza. Come and visit us in the Hello Virtual Storefront. You got Cleo that has her storefront in there. You got Chef Andy that has his storefront in there. You have Miss Marilyn. She's about to get hers. Miss Merlin is also one of that has hers.
Miss Roberta
Miss
Pacino.
Roberta Pacino, Al Pacino's sister, this amazing artist. She's showcasing her gallery. She's not having to go to a restaurant, say, "Ooh, put up my artwork," and have creamy fingers and all the stuff all over it. Sticky fingers all over
Creamy
it.
fingers.
Or having a restaurant, take on that responsibility. She now gets to showcase her actual artwork, live in color right there on Metaverse and have a virtual gallery, right?
Just like pickles.
Just like pickles.
Love it. Well,
So-
with that said, guys, we greatly appreciate you being here today. Tomorrow, come back. We're going to talk about financial technology, the importance of why you should be paying attention to crypto and understanding what blockchain and cryptocurrency is now, how it will be a part of everyone's future, regardless if you invest or do not invest. You will be utilizing it by 2030. Mark my words. Please record this right now. You will be utilizing cryptocurrency in some shape, form, or fashion. So tomorrow we're going to have that conversation. We're going to dive into what that looks like and talk about some terms and answer any questions that people have. We will not be giving out crypto advice. It is not what we do. We do not give financial advice. We just share information so that you understand the playing field, so you can understand how you want to partake in the playing field.
Especially for your business. If you're a business owner, you should definitely be looking at ways to implement newer currency to accept into your business, which is something we set up for some of our pivot members, and we're going to start even implementing that more as crypto is starting to become more irrelevant, as BlackRock, all these other companies are investing. And some of you probably already have heard from your financial advisor talking about, hey, let's invest in that Bitcoin. When 3, 2, 1 year, 6 months ago, oh no, we can't do that. And now they're going to do that because it's rolling down the hill. So with that being said, guys, come and join us. As always, you know the drill. Love,
kindness,
integrity,
but most importantly,
commitment,
and
consistency.
The C's. And
The
until
C's.
next time,
Toodles.
toodles, y'all. Thanks for being here. We greatly appreciate it.